All right, chat. How we doing today? How's everything? Okay, so I'm not going to bother waiting too much. Jesus Christ, it's raining a lot. I'm not going to bother waiting too much for people. Since a lot of this will be mainly VOD content, at least as we begin, right? Yeah, so we're gonna start with top four and finals of Dortmund VOD review. We haven't done that yet. So we're gonna finish up Dortmund, two more games. I think they're both pretty long though, so we'll probably still be here for like at least an hour. And then after that, I'm gonna do a tier list, another tier list on my thoughts on the meta currently in standard, right? And then I think we're just gonna move into some ladder for the rest of the day, and it's gonna be a good time. Yeah, so a bit of a mixed bag today, but it'll be fun. It'll be good, and yeah, I think we're just gonna jump right into it. So. This is top four. If you want to see, let me pause this again real quick. If you want to see any of the previous rounds, my commentary and VOD review of that, they are both up on Twitch and on YouTube. So pick your preferred platform. If they get taken off of Twitch, right, because that's how Twitch works, it, gets deleted over X amount after X amount of time. It'll still be on YouTube. There's a link down below. Help yourself, right? But for now, we are going to jump right into top four. We've got Eclipse on the left here with Stian Nilsson. And Chien-Pao, Excalibur here with Owen Gamerman. So yeah, this is going to be really interesting. This is a matchup I actually find to be super intriguing, personally. And also what I really want to know is how it differentiates from the straight Sable Zard versus Chien-Pao matchup, right? Which I think Chien-Pao players overhype how good that matchup is for them because I don't actually think it's bad for Sable Zard at all. However, a big part of that is TMD Evolution, right? TMD Evolution is a very powerful card against Excalibur. Now, granted, a good Excalibur player can play around TMD Evo really, really easily, actually, by simply going 70 HP Frigibax on the bench, right, with a 61 that you evolved. So it's really hard to like set up Sableye and then do stuff, right? It's like a really big commitment, and you kind of don't have the time. So it's a whole thing, right? But I still think it's typically favored for Sablezard. Also because your price trade is just really good into Chien-Pao in general. However, without stuff like TMD Evolution, I could imagine that this matchup becomes a bit worse for Stian here. John, thank you so much for the Prime sub. It's greatly appreciated. And yeah, also the Roaring Moon is a card that doesn't really have a lot of value in this matchup. Although granted, it can allow for some early kills if you're able to catch people off guard. So, yeah, let's jump into it. I would assume Owen is very slightly favored in this matchup. Is my general consensus here, but frankly, I'm not sure. Also, this is going really slow. I could have sworn I sped this up. No, it's at 1 time speed. All right, let's fix that. There we go. Think faster. All right, so Owen's going to start us off with a nest ball. Owen's going to prize check. We can do a quick skip through that because we already saw the prize cards. I think the most notable thing, just right off the top of my head from having looked at them, is the fact that Stian prized double dark energies. So yeah, that's a thing. UIC gang, true. I did get into UIC, although let's not rub it in because there are plenty of people who did not get in, unfortunately. So it's unfortunate, but still, I mean, it's gonna be like a 3,000 player event in Masters easily for EUIC. That's gonna be crazy, but very solid turn one here for Owen. We are discarding the Iron Hands early, which I actually don't hate that much. Mainly because, right, like you don't mind recovering it. Okay, I think it's more so like looking at Owen's hand. There's nothing like you don't want to discard anything from Owen's hand. I think there were some energies. There was an Irida, a Pokestop, right? 3,100 across all. Yeah, that 16 or not 16, 2,600 sounds about right. But the thing is, like, spots will be reallocated, right? It's like go registrations, younger divisions in TCG and VGC, right? Who like didn't get filled up. We'll probably go to specifically TCG Masters and VGC Masters because I know VGC Masters filled up as well. So yeah, I think we'll have like an additional 100 to 200 players, but we'll see, right? We'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, this has to be like a much bigger haul, sorry, than the one we had for Worlds at least. So it'll be exciting. But Anyway, focusing back on this game. Yeah, the Iron Hands discard here for Owen is not really because you want to get rid of the Iron Hands, but more so because it's the lowest value card in your hand, and it's the one that you can easily, like, easiest get back. Easiest. That's not a word. So Owen just went concealed cards into double cross switcher. Not ideal, but it's not exactly bad to have in your hand. Rare Candy Nest Ball. Um, off of the Pokestop. Very good. You're gonna get your get the Bidoof. That's fine. I feel like your Frigibax really isn't in danger here, right? You already know what you're playing against. Obviously, you know you're not playing against Greninja. Stien would have to go like comfy stadium, vacuum, boss, cram to like kill the Frigibax, right? And even then, Owen already attached return, so that's not an out. Yeah, I still think the barrel or the Bidoof here is fine. Also, looking at Owen's hand, it's good. We have Candy Backs, but we don't have any draw support here. So like having an out to barrel is going to be a big deal here. All TCGs are sold out. VGC Master and all TCG divisions sold out. Yeah, that's twice. Okay, Go sold out as well. Seriously, damn, that's wild. Okay, so I guess it's literally just VGC younger divisions. Interesting. I guess that's not that surprising. But that all TCG divisions are sold out, I think is kind of crazy. Alright, well, enough about that. We're going to go over to Stien's turn. Stien is also going to do a quick price check here, make sure we have all the energies and all that stuff. Gonna take some notes. You do have extra time in Top Cut, so there's no pressure for Stien to like rush through this. You're completely fine to take your time with this price trade, or not price trade, price check. So we're gonna see the VIP off the bat. VGC Younger Divisions could be sold out, but we don't have any way to check unless we have a VGC Juniors in here. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. I'm sure we'll have like RK9 post about it later today, I'd imagine. Okay, so this star selecting, I think was it Switch Cart VIP? Well, okay, the camera angle was terrible, but it was Switch Cart VIP. I don't hate this for Stien. Like, you're fine to get rid of a switch. It's kind of annoying to do it early. I like double cram grab here. I actually like it a lot. Although, I mean, okay, I wouldn't hate the Manaphy, although I'm not actually sure we even play Manaphy in this. Rope is always Greninja, yep. But spitting on Greninja here is fine, because you're always going to be able to just Sableye it later. But your Sableye math might get awkward, so it's a bit weird. That was Clara's Psychic Energy on that one. It's probably the Clara, but it's okay. I mean, so the real okay, we have Manaphy in hand. That's fine then. My real issue with getting rid of Psychic here isn't so much that you need Psychic now, but like if you have like Psychic Fire later or you have Psychic Colress, then you have to grab the Psychic because you only play 2. That's kind of where like the Psychic gets kind of rough, right? Where I feel like you're more able to get rid of multiple Clara or like Clara plus Rod early because you play. I'm assuming you play at least 2 Rod and 2 Clara. Actually, let's pull up Stien's list. Let's do that real quick. Let's pull it up. It should be right here. Perfect. So I know it's Brennan's top 4 list as well. Yeah. So what are we looking at here? We have the Manaphy Jirachi. We have the Energy Split, I assumed. We have double Clara, double Rod. Yeah, so this is pretty much what I assumed it was. I just wanted to make sure before I make any false assumptions. 1 Boss, 2 Clara, 1 Roxanne, no Palpad, no Raihan because we play 4 gates. Yeah, okay. This is what I expected. Okay. So it looks like it's gonna be a pass here for Stien. Unfortunately, not able to find Colress. So I guess that is what it is. It's not the end of the world, but early cram damage can be quite impactful in this matchup. So we'll see. This is another Iron Hands reliant matchup for both players. So Stien's ability to respond to Iron Hands is going to be very crucial in this game. All right, so we got Candy Backs off the top for Owen. I'm going to use the Shiver Chills. And what now? So stream, could you set your Discord status to streaming? I could, but my so streamer mode on Discord has been like really weird recently. So I actually just like defaulted to do not disturb. Typically, I would do that though. But I was like I was on streamer mode and I would still get notifications while streaming. And I'm like, well, I don't want that because obviously that's disturbing. So, yeah, okay. I think no one Pokestop into, yeah, Ultra Ball, Chien-Pao, Baxcalibur. So that's pretty rough, but Ultra Ball is a big grab here. Ultra Ball is out to the barrel. But I think we're holding this hand. I think it's like, no, we're not. Okay. So it was triple cross switcher, Pokestop, Ultra Ball, of course, and then I believe the last card was I actually forgot. Oh, Superior Energy Retrieval. Yeah. You can get rid of a cross switcher this matchup. That's not like terrible by any means. You're not really gusting a lot. Like you want to keep the option open to you, but it's not something you're like that. I mean, that necessary. We have the 70 HP Frigibax, that's a big deal. That's just the important one. This is one you don't want to evolve. Basically, the idea is that for Owen, well, okay, we're not playing around TMD evolution actually, so this doesn't matter. But if, okay, just for the sake of, talking through this matchup, if Stien was playing straight Zard, the line for Owen is to have a board state that looks something like this, right? With an Iron Hands eventually, of course. And basically, what's going to happen is that the Sableye can't go 6-6, didn't go TMD knockout, right? So the Sableye has to Sableye twice, then TMD evolution to really get any value. And that's going to make it super, super awkward for the Sablezard players because they have to do that while dealing with Iron Hands, which means they're not Sableying, they are using Charizard. If it was the opposite, right, with the Baxcaliburs and or what's it called, with the, it was 260 HPs, I should say. It was 260 HPs, then you go 60-60 TM Devo and it's easy, right? And the reason you have to kill both is because Owen is never going to evolve that bench Frigibax, right? Assuming you're playing against TMD Evolution. In this matchup, you can probably do it just fine because you know you're not playing against TMD Evolution. But if you know you're playing against TMD Evolution, you're never going to evolve the second one because if the Baxcalibur gets knocked out, right, or gets sniped or gets TMD vote or whatever, you want to have a fresh Frigibax in play so that you can just candy that, right? That's a typical line. And while it's not super relevant into this specific matchup, it is something that's worth keeping in mind if you are playing Sablezard into Chien-Pao and vice versa. So we're going to see a Colress for Stien. I think we got rid of a Gate right away and a Switch. And then we have Clara, Colress, and... was that Beach Court? Yeah, seems to be Beach Court. Interesting. So I feel like the only thing we're like really worried about as Stien here is just our Iron Hands response. And I don't see a lot of options for responding to Iron Hands, at least not right now in Stien's hand. We did get rid of the Mirage Gate, so I'm assuming we at bare minimum have a Mirage Gate in hand. I can't see one though, which is concerning because we could definitely have gotten rid of the Clara instead of the Mirage Gate if we don't have the Mirage Gate. You're more than okay with getting rid of a Clara here. Jono, don't bring that up again. That's an ancient history now. All right, it's gonna be a spit into the Chien-Pao. This is fine for Stien. This is all you really want to do this turn. Great Pokestop for Owen. We have the Irida as well. It seems like we're eyeing up the Rod now. So this seems to be the turn where we're deciding to go for the Iron Hands, which makes sense. This does seem like a fairly good turn to do it. Gonna be Nest Ball for the hands and a Baxcalibur. Seems fine to me. Of course, gonna Nest Ball back that Iron Hands. Shuffle up the deck, and I'm assuming what we're going to see here is the Superior Energy Retrieval, although probably concealed cards first. Double backs for Owen. Okay, so obviously Owen knows he's not playing against TND Evolution, and therefore double backs is completely fine, right? Yeah, we got the Superior. Everything's going to go to the Iron Hands. Attached to Chien-Pao, we have, okay, Superior, double cross switcher in hand. So yeah, this is just a completely fine the barrel here. Get an extra 2 cards and then amp the active. I think that should be fine. God, that was an Irida and something else? Not quite sure, but it's going to be the Amp. Owen is going to go down to 3 prize cards now. And this is where the game gets really awkward for Stien, right? Stien needs to, first and foremost, respond this turn. And it really can't be with the Roaring Moon, right? The Roaring Moon here is a really, really bad response because that just gets knocked out by Chien-Pao, and trading 2 for 2 here is really, really bad. You need at least one turn of not trading, right? You can trade one more turn, but you can't really. Well, no, because Owen already got a knockout. It was gonna make this really awkward for Stian, because basically, what I'm assuming Owen is gonna do next turn is Owen's gonna respond to the Zard with a Excalibur, right? Gonna respond with the Excalibur, then goes down to 2 prize cards, and now once again gets to threaten Iron Hands for a game, and then Stian's gonna have to try to win by playing around Iron Hands, which can be hard with the Barrel in play, right? Now, Roxanne is your golden ticket here. Yes, there's Barrel, but it's quite the big combo Owen would need. So yeah, you are definitely going for Roxanne if you have it. But nothing matters if you don't respond this turn, though. But I'm assuming we are. I still do not see a Mirage Gate in Stian's hand, which would mean that lost setting one earlier is a colossal blunder. I don't see gate. There is no gate there. Yes, Stian should not have to dig here. He really shouldn't. We're getting rid of the Sableye. I guess that's fine, maybe? Okay, thank God. So we hit the gate. We get rid of the boss. That's quite unfortunate. But we did find the gate. And we should have energies in deck. We've managed to not draw into all of our energies. I think. Actually, no. Maybe we have managed to... Well, no, because we priced a couple of darks. But we have the Psychic in hand and the Beach Court, so we're chilling. Yeah. So we have the response. And this is where it gets awkward. So I think for Stian, what you're trying to do is next turn, you're trying to hit with Zard again. So that's going to be like a Clara angle. The thing is, though, you kind of don't want to Clara, because what you really want to be doing is you want to be Roxanning, which is going to up your it's going to up your stock of Rod, right? Rod is the key next turn for doing anything as Stian, which actually makes it a really good call to have kept the Nespa instead of the Sableye earlier. So yeah, Stian is on the back foot, needs Owen to whiff at least something, but still in a position to make that a reality. But for now, we're going to start off with an Irida from Owen. Just the only thing I really want Owen to not do here is bench lock himself. I think Owen's smart enough to do that, to not do that, sorry, but we'll see what happens. There's going to be the Raw. Obviously, if you bench lock yourself with an Iron Hands, then it's fine. But does Owen play Cologne? I'm fairly certain Owen plays Cologne, yeah. But I don't think it'll be relevant here. I'd be very surprised if it is, because the Iron Hands is typically easier to do, like to pull off, than the Cross-Switcher Canceling Cologne Greninja play. But I mean, it is more options available to Owen, right? I guess that's like the main takeaway. Owen going to abuse that Beach Court, very smart. Obviously, make use of stuff. We're gonna play the Cross Twitchers. Okay. Oh, okay. No, this is fine. Yeah, this is completely okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're going to get the Iron Hands. Yeah, Owen had an insane hand. Single water in hand. I wouldn't hate holding it, actually. You're not really in need of a lot of cards, so I think you're fine to just put Barrel. Owen's going to contemplate it, of course. I mean, again, you have the time. You should be thinking stuff through. Make sure you're not leaving any holes in your game plan. But Owen's kind of like the GOAT, so Owen's not letting that happen. You tell I'm biased yet? Yeah, so this situation is probably worst case scenario for Stian. You needed Owen to not do it this turn, because now you have to respond to this with, I mean, probably a Roaring Moon, right? The problem is that you don't actually one-shot with Roaring Moon, so French Gouging is just an absolute trap. So it's actually going to have to be the Zard, but the Zard has a weakness, which makes it super easy to kill. Yeah, this is just bad. There is, you know, the all classic, the all-time favorite countercatcher Barrel, I guess, Roxanne Sableye, right? What you would be able to do. What's going on with the prize cards? Okay, there we go. Production was throwing a fit. Yeah, so what you'd be able to do is you'd be able to go countercatcher Barrel, kill the Sableye, Oh, counter catch your backs, kill the Bibarel? Yeah, you can. The problem is that you're basically wasting a turn, right? Stien's price trade is never improved by knocking out Bibarel. So think of it this way, right? Like, yeah, you can go counter catch your Excalibur, kill Bibarel, but if Owen draws out, Owen has several turns to draw out, right? Which, whether or not that's more likely than Owen drawing out in one turn is the debate there. I think regardless of anything, game is superior energy retrieval, right? In which case it wouldn't matter because you draw 2 plus top deck, right? And Owen will just need to hold the hand, so it's weird. I think whether or not you kill the barrel or you go for the barrel, like you go counter catcher per barrel, kill Chien-Pao, or counter catcher, or no, because we're down boss. We're down boss as Stien here. So we have to go back. We have to go counter catcher backs, kill the barrel, into kill Chien-Pao, into knockout active, right? That's the only line because you can't go counter catcher barrel, knockout Chien-Pao, next turn gust Iron Hands, kill Iron Hands because there's no more gust. Yeah, so it has to be the gust on the back Excalibur here, and then you have to hope that Owen whiffs superior energy retrieval for several turns. But if you don't have Roxanne here, nothing matters, right? And Stien should absolutely know that. I think either. Okay, you can't really go wrong with either Greninja or Chien-Pao in my opinion here. Energy, Bird, okay, Counter Catcher, yep. Roxanne. Okay, cool, we're chilling. Attached to Zard is very interesting here. Because I think we need, like, Gate Rod to make anything work. Yeah, we did not hit Gate Rod. As a matter of fact, we just got rid of a Clara. That's really bad. Getting rid of the Pokestop is a very big deal here. We already attached return. So it's going to have to be probably a pass, right? Actually, you could spit, but it's probably not worth it. But Owen has Iridus, so like it doesn't matter. Yeah, cool. He got to counter catcher. No, he already used counter catcher. He was down one counter catcher, and he was down one counter catcher and one boss. He only had the one counter catcher left. Yeah, there weren't any more counter catchers after the one that turn. All right, so yeah, quick and dirty affair for Owen. I mean, when you're able to stream Iron Hands back-to-back turns, this matchup does get really difficult for Zard, right? For Sable Zard. And not having like as much TMD evolution cheese can also make this bad. Now you're good, Crossline. You're good. Don't sweat it. All right, yeah. So let's see how this plays out. Prize cards, double comfy. Let me go back. Lightning energy price for Owen. I believe it is a single count of lightning. We can actually check. Let me just go to Dortmund. Actually, it's gonna be a lot easier. Yeah, single count of lightning energy. So that's a very big deal for Owen. Double VIP at the bottom is also just really bad because VIP like prizing double VIP is like isn't typically bad because it's like they're out of your deck, but specifically at the bottom it's really bad because you want your bottom prize cards to actually be playable. Iono prized for Owen as well. Isn't that like his only Iono? Yeah, that's the only hand disruption as the top of the prize cards as well. That's a yikes. Now, to be fair, double comfy is pretty rough for Stien, but this game is going to be Greninja or bust for Owen, it seems. Or Stien could attach pass. That works too. Okay. I mean, why Iron Hand when your opponent simply refuses to play Pokemon? Am I right? So Owen here, I'm just gonna take his time to actually set up a board. Price check, of course. Don't get greedy. Don't get nervous. Play under the assumption that Stien probably has a Colress in hand. Will probably set up a board next turn. Because when faced with a situation like this, and I can speak to this from first-hand experience, considering that I had to donk someone in the finals of a regionals, being in a position where you're one game away from breaking your personal record, I believe Owen has never made the finals of regionals before, right? Before this event, obviously. So being in this position, you're up a game, your opponent passes, right? Just attach pass. Nerves start kicking in immediately, right? The pressure, overwhelming. It's insane. I in Stuttgart, I remember. Obviously, the situation is different, right? This top four, Stuttgart was finals, right? There's a different type of pressure in that situation, but I remember sitting there telling myself, play normally, play normally, play normally, play normally. I didn't play normally, right? I actually probably got way too greedy than I should have been. It paid off, right? But I got too greedy. So I'm hoping Owen is a bit more rational than I was, and is able to play this safely. But frankly, we're not going for a donk here. You are just the only thing you're doing here is putting yourself in the best situation to attack next turn, and that's something your deck just does naturally. So not too many spots here for Owen to fuck up, and so far that does seem to be the case. This is just clean, basic, solid Chien-Pao play for Owen. The hand is, yeah, the hand was fine. You have your basics. That's the most important thing. There's the Colress. But I do not like those cards for Tien. Mawil's got to go. For sure. There's a Pidgeot, there's a Counter Catcher, there's a Mirage Gate, and there's a Nest Ball. You absolutely have to keep the Nest Ball. I believe there's an Artisan as well, yeah. So we've got the Artisan. We're going to see a price check for Tien here. Which is fine. Can we skip through that? Yep, there's the Comfy. There's the Nest Ball. I'm assuming that's Comfy number 2. Or, yeah, Comfy... really? Really? I'm assuming we have to have Comfy in hand then. Right? We have to have Comfy in hand. We do not have Comfy in hand. Why are we grabbing Cramorant here? Why are we grabbing Cram? Oh, we're spitting now. Oh, okay, we spit. So we spit because of vacuum, and then we don't. Okay, we don't have switch cards. Interesting. Huh. Okay. I don't hate this, and I guess okay. No, I get the idea here for Steen. Yeah. So the reason you're doing this as Steen is because if you get a Comfy, you get Greninja. Whereas if you get a Cram, Owen can't Greninja for anything real. So it's either always you grab Cram or you grab Manaphy, and the second Cram here is going to have more value than the Manaphy. So no, never mind. Yeah, this is completely fine for Steen. I didn't realize we were going for the vacuum play, but this is fine. I mean, it's not a good spot, right? You're not in a good spot as Dean here. You got the turn 2 spit. That's step number 1 in winning this matchup typically. But it doesn't change that your board is very, very lacking. So yeah, gonna be a Shiver Chills here. Owen again, just yeah, playing some good fundamental Pokemon, setting up the board. Knowing what you do and you don't need in this matchup as Owen. And it seems... Oh, we're retreating. Okay. Oh, I like this a lot. I really, really like this for Owen. Okay, so we're just going to kill the Comfy. And kind of prevent Stien from playing Pokemon. I'm actually a huge fan of this play. I say this because... you're not really scared of Cramorant in this situation. The only thing that's scared of Cramorant is the Chien-Pao. So you're not only protecting your Chien-Pao and denying Stien prize cards because the Greninja's not in danger here, right? The Greninja's not in danger. So you're protecting your Chien-Pao, you're denying Stien prize cards, and you're disrupting his board. This is a really, really, really good play. I really, really like this from Owen. So we've got the Colress. Off the bat, a lot of switch cards and energy, no Pokemon Search, and Pokemon Search is really the only thing Stien ever wants here. So it's looking quite rough. It's gonna have to be the switch card. And a rope. Okay, I actually don't hate this. You're gonna force some awkward Sableye stuff potentially. Or you get a prize card. But of course, going to rip the VIP off the prizes because why would we find a Comfy? So very, very unfortunate here. And it seems we're just going to swing with the Greninja again. I think this is completely fine, right? Again, swinging into the Greninja is just so low value for Stien that forcing him to do it, like if Stien has to swing into the Greninja this turn, it could cost Stien the game, even if he's able to set up an actual board. Which is why this gets kind of rough, right? Now, granted, Stien's in a position where if Stien sets up a board, we can realistically threaten a a Sableye soon, right? But I mean, it doesn't make this situation really any better for Stan. Especially if we don't get Manaphy. If we get the Colress and we don't get the Manaphy, or get the Comfey, we don't get the Manaphy. Sorry, then you're kind of just fucked. But I'm looking at Stan's hand. There's nothing here. There is actually, we have two prizers, but there's no point in benching them. You're much better off benching your Manaphy. At the bare minimum, it's not gonna die. And it's gonna have to be a spit, yeah. So I mean, this is rough. This is very, very rough. I love the cross switcher. If we have canceling clone, we are absolutely gaming. I believe we have the superior energy retrieval. But don't believe the barrel is used. Yeah, the barrel's not used. We have triple VIP plus the pass in hand for Owen, of course. What's it called? We had 2 taken off the prize cards. Attach to the Chien-Pao. I feel like you're poke stopping first here always. It doesn't matter if you attach before or after. Oh no, because we want to go draw first. There's the superior. That is just going to be game. At least no, we don't have canceling clone. I'm tripping. Okay, yeah, we don't have canceling clone. Never mind. But we do have concealed cards. I would like to play the nest ball first. No, wait, it's a full bench. Okay, never mind. Yeah. So we're just trying to like find Irida probably off of this Greninja. We haven't used concealed cards, have we? I mean, we might as well. Surely there's no harm in using concealed cards. Interesting. Okay, so why are we using concealed cards as Owen here? Like, what do we need those specific energies for next turn? I guess the idea is that you don't need to do anything, because like you're already so far ahead, and by killing the Manaphy, it's going to be a lot easier to go Greninja next turn to kill the Cram. I guess. I mean, like, yeah, but you also, because you have 2 energies in hand, so you want to go retreat the Chien-Pao and attach to the Greninja, but that only applies if you don't have energies in deck, and I'm fairly certain you don't think he plays Cologne. I'm fairly certain he plays Cologne. Oh, he doesn't play Cologne. Oh, I'm tripping. Okay, yeah. Well then, never mind. Herder. I could have sworn he played Cologne. Okay. Well, whatever. Okay, well then, in that case, yeah, this is completely fine. Fresh Chien-Pao as well. Pokestop gonna be a fat whiff for Stian. This is, yeah, this is over. I mean, what can we even do here? We can bench a Pidgeot, probably. We go bench a Pidgeot, and what? And what do we do? It has to be bench Pidgeot. You can't do anything else. Or you could scoop. I mean, either or. Energy to Roim, I guess that works. Yeah, sure. And a pass over to Owen. Or sorry, not a pass, a spit. And these, I mean, if we look at the board here, I mean, these spits are piling up, right? That's a Sableye kill, and Sableye kill away from game. Obviously, you're still behind on the prize trade, but this game isn't technically impossible for Stian, but we do need to see actual playable cards soon if we're trying to win this game. So, concealed card's going to get rid of the lightning energy. 2 Irida being hit here. Very, very good. I think we're okay with that. Going to be the Pokestop, I think a Cross Switcher. We have Cross Switcher and Irida. The question then becomes, do we want to take the knockout on the active this turn, or do we want to go for the Cross Switcher play? I think, personally, I would take the knockout on the active, and that does seem to be what Owen is going for, setting up the hand for the Cross Switcher next turn, if it becomes necessary. And yeah, I think you're just able to like knock out active here. Go down to 2 prize cards. Just down 2 different 2 prizes on the board for Stian, one of which he can't get rid of, and you should just win as Owen. So this seems fine. This seems good. Yeah. So just going to be the Roman promotion for Stian. Gonna have to hit the Pokestop, Gate, Psychic, and the Clara. That you just can't do anything here. It's going to be a concession there. And Owen is going to move on to the finals. Love Owen. All right, cool. So that was a top 4 game of all time. And oh, that's me. Anyway, here we go. This isn't about you, Christian. Stop having too big of an ego. All right. So we're gonna have Yella von Kampf. I think that's how that's pronounced. I think. It's Owen cameraman here in the finals of our Dortmund Regional Championship. Now, this was a good finals. I didn't watch all of it, but I did kind of follow along as stuff was happening. The people I was rooming with in Dortmund were watching it and like commentating on the game, and I was busy watching anime in bed, being depressed about not making day 2. So, stuff like that. But what's really, really fun about this game is that this finals, from how I recall it, is not so much Owen playing against Yella and playing against Gholdengo. It's Owen fighting his own deck and forcing it to do literally anything, right? This is a masterclass in why Chien-Pao probably shouldn't say Chien-Pao bad. I don't think Chien-Pao is bad, but it's a masterclass in why Chien-Pao isn't great. I don't have high opinions on this deck. I don't have high opinions on either of these decks. I ranked both of these in C tier going into Dortmund. They will both go up in my tier list that we will get to after this game, but uh, I'm still not that big of a believer in either of these archetypes. So that aside, let's take a look at the prize cards. And once again, that point about Owen fighting against his own deck. What is this? What is that? That's double barrel, Iron Hands, Greninja, and Heavy Ball prized for Owen. That's bad. That's really bad. A Cologne prize for Yella could come up, but probably not. Comparatively speaking, this is just yeah, this is a lot worse for Owen. Let's put it that way. Yeah, Owen's gonna start us off with a VIP, and probably check his prize cards to realize that there is a lot of good cards missing, and said good cards are not supposed to be missing. So gonna be the concealed cards here, and Bidoof start as well with double the barrel price is crazy. Now, you still want to have the Bidoof in play here as Owen because you want to have it ready for whenever you do draw your barrels off the prize card. So this isn't terrible, but it certainly could be better. I also don't believe we have an Irida in hand for Owen. So Yella start us off here benching something. We have a VIP. Oh, it's Greninja. Okay, well, yeah, because God forbid the production team showed us Yella's actual board. We are going to see Yella's deck, though. That's kind of nice, I'll admit. It seems that it was Gimmighoul and Battle VIP Pass hit off the concealed cards for Yella, so very, very good stuff there. And also had a VIP in hand, so this is going to be an easy full bench for Yella this turn, which is like the most important thing for Gholdengo, because how many Gholdengos you put on your board early is easily the most important, more important part of this deck, and what I've played of it so far. So, yeah, Yella going to grab Gholdengo Manaphy, and then with the Palkia and Gimmighoul in hand. So the real question is whether or not we want to burn the VIP pass. I actually think we hold the VIP just because you have Ultra in hand and you want to have Ultra for Gholdengo next turn. The Irida as well seems pretty good here. I think we're just going to go play the Urn. Okay, get rid of the VIP there. Sure, if that works. You can grab double energy and you can have an attachment, which seems good. You have both the Palkia V and the Palkia V Star already in hand. So that is an option next turn as well for Yella. So this setup is just amazing for Yella. It's complete contrast to whatever the hell Owen's doing. So we're going to bench those two. I'm going to attach there. It's probably going to be a continuous coin toss. Which, I mean, is typically not anything that does a lot, but, once in a while you do hit one too many heads and set up some important math. So it's always worth going for, although you're never really expecting it to pay off. So Owen here, going to start us off with a Shivery Chill and a Pokestop. Pokestop and a Dream that is going to go ungranted because we don't have Barrel and I don't believe we have Candy either. Yeah, this is pretty rough. I ain't gonna lie. Gonna be a Nest Ball. It's gonna have to be the Frigibax, right? Yeah. Maybe the Frigibax. I don't believe Owen plays Manaphy. Yeah, this Greninja could theoretically swing for a lot of damage next turn. Gonna be the Cross Switcher on to the Bench Gimmighoul. Now, this is a really cool play for Owen, right? Obviously, you're kind of being desperate here. But basically, what Yellow would be able to do is go Retreat active. Because there's 2 retreat costs on this Gholdengo, this Gimmighoul, right? Yellow would be able to go Retreat active, evolve to Palkia, discard some energies, Greninja Snipe, right? Kill both Frigibax. However, now you're forcing Cross Switcher out of Yellow because this 2 retreat cost Gimmighoul can't retreat. Can't retreat this turn. So, I like this a lot. Of course, Owen is going to double check the severe lack of Barrel in his deck. And grab a Bidoof, because what else do you grab here? I think we're just passing. Yeah, we're just passing. So, very, very unfortunate, but fortunately there's nothing else to it. It's going to be the Gholdengo and a coin bonus. I think that was Retrieval and Earn. Should be fine. Not terrible by any means. Then what else do we have here? I mean, you're really not trying to do too much this turn as Yellow. I think we're just trying to draw cards, establish a board. Obviously, you're definitely using this Pokestop. Double Cross Switcher. Okay, cool. We're going to game 2. Yeah, we are absolutely just going to game 2. We can bring in the Greninja. We can use Palkia V-Star. Use the Star Portal. And we are absolutely just chilling from there. So, yeah, I mean, what else really is there to it? I think we just killed the 2 Frigibax, and I think Owen backs up his cards. I think that's what happens here. Unless Owen knows something I don't, but I mean, I guess, like, you have the time, right, in this game, but with your prize cards especially being what they are, for Owen, I just think you're better off scooping. But, I don't know. We'll see. Going to be the concealed cards off the bat here for Yellow. Yellow just going to, like, the only thing you really want to do as Yellow here is just going to be to push your advantage, right? Put more Gholdengos into play. Take an extra prize, probably with the Gholdengo. Gonna hit a pretty good Pokestop here. Gonna be the Irida. Cross Switcher, nothing else. Do we have double cross? Oh, we do have double cross switcher. Okay. Owen, pack up your cards. Pack up your cards, dude. This ain't it. This ain't it, Chief. Weakness is gonna mean that we need less energy for a knockout here for Yellow. Weakness isn't typically, like, really that relevant in this matchup, just because Yellow does need 2 less energies to kill a Chien-Pao because of weakness, but those 2 less energies really don't matter because Yellow isn't going to struggle to find them anyway. Gonna be a Nest Ball here. Gonna find a Frigibax for Owen. Okay, we've got playable cards for once, but you're still not doing anything this turn. And passing. Gonna be a coin bonus for Yellow, and Owen's gonna scoop. Okay, thank God. You can scoop there, Owen. I respect the attempt of, like, trying to squeeze out 1 extra turn, but once the Chien-Pao is bossed, it's just, yeah. We thought Yellow was gonna win this last one. Yeah, I think I mean, throughout all 3 games, really, I thought Yellow was gonna take it, honestly. Just because Owen's deck seemingly refused to cooperate throughout this entire set, right? And still, Owen able to clutch it out. So, I'm really, really curious to see how Owen did it, right? It's going to be very interesting to see. But for now, it seems Owen's going to mulligan because Yella definitely needs bonus cards. Let's see what we got here. So it's going to be something in the active thought. I think it was a Chien-Pao. We have a VIP pass in hand. So we're doing something here. Okay, we prize. Well, okay, we actually see prize cards production. Production, please. Palkia prize, double cross switcher prize for Yella here. Lightning prize for Owen. And I guess we only get to see 4 of Yella's prize cards because production is. They were kind of sleeping on the job this event. I ain't gonna lie. There was some shit going on wrong like pretty much all the time, but. Okay, we have an actual board as Owen this game, and it seems actual Pokemon in play. Greninja, going to be a big part of that. Going to grab the Greninja early, as well as a Frigibax. And, yeah. Going to be a draw 2 here. I may pass. Okay. This seems fine for Owen. I don't really think you need to do anything else, especially because you know your Frigibax aren't in any danger. So I think this is a-okay. And now, what are we doing here for Yellow? So I believe that was a... I didn't quite catch what we play. I think it's an Ultra Ball. I can see where the 2 energies being discarded here. No, it's an Earthen Vessel. Okay, it's an Earthen Vessel. We're going to grab 2 energies and then continue the prize check for Yellow here. So we're gonna skip over that. We should already know most of what's prized here. Hey, gonna be a draw 2. Hey. Sorry about that. Yeah, draw 2 with the concealed cards here. Gonna be Manaphy and Battle VIP Pass. Of course, seems very reasonable. I'm assuming the Battle VIP will just be for double Gimme Ghoul here. Yep, that is exactly what is grabbed. And then I think, what else? I don't think we're doing anything else here as Yella, actually. I think we're kind of just chilling. I think we're kind of just chilling as Yella here. Yeah, don't want to give Owen the Pokestop. I like that call. Continuous coin toss is going to whiff. And let's see what Owen's got here. So we're going to start us off with the Chivalry Chills, obviously. The go-to. Then we're probably going to go concealed cards, hope to find an Irida. If not, well, I guess we'll have to take it from there. So let's see what we got here. It's going to be Pokestop and Nest Ball. I guess we're going for Pokestop because, I mean, really, what else is there to it? There's not enough burnable cards in this hand for Owen without the ability to play energies or put energies onto the board, besides obviously the 1. So, yeah, this seems like a Pokestop angle. And that is what it's going to be. We just need the candy. That is not candy. That is actively not candy. That is terrible. Wow. Oh, we have Irida. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, well, no, never mind. Owen's fine here. Alright. Gonna be an attachment. It's gonna be 2 to the Greninja. I don't mind that one bit. Gonna be a barrel grab, getting rid of 2 Earthen Vessel. Alright, sure. I would like to hold 1, but I guess that wasn't an option. It is a burnable card. I believe that's triple cross switchers in the hand for Owen now, which is a tad overkill, maybe. But we'll see. Alright, double cross switcher is going to be the Manaphy. I do like this a lot, and we're going to just retreat with that Greninja. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and if we get this Manaphy off the board, and we're able to force some pretty uncomfortable stuff out of Yella, right? So Yella is now pressured to not only set up pretty much his entire board, get all the Gholdengo's in play, which could be hard, but also re-bench the Manaphy if you're not able to do so, right? However, we do have the Rod. here for yellow. Yeah, so this should be fine. One thing is that I actually wouldn't have hated to see Owen attack there with the Greninja instead of the Chien-Pao, because this prize trade is typically going 2-2-2, and attacking with Chien-Pao here means that Yellow's response should be pretty easy. So yeah. Oh my god, I'm tired. Wow. I mean, I guess I've been active, like, pretty early this morning. Why is my computer acting up? Oh, okay. That doesn't matter. Cool. Anyway, yeah, gonna be the Earth Vessel for, Yella. Um, and just some Gholdengo stuff here. I've been trying to, like, find holes in, like, these players' gameplay, but, like, that's always, like, the thing about reaching, like, the last couple of rounds of a tournament is that the players, like both players are playing clean. Now, obviously, Gholdengo and Chien-Pao aren't exactly known for being these high skill-intensive decks that require 40 chess levels of gameplay to master, but it doesn't take away from the fact that Owen and Yella are both playing really, really well. Both players seem to have a pretty good idea of the matchup, although I guess I have like minor critique of Owen not attacking with Greninja last turn, but I guess what you can do as Owen here is you can attack with Greninja this turn and knock out the benched Gimmighoul. And frankly, actually, not seeing that potential line as Yella kind of strikes me as a misplay. Because I know we had Ultra Ball, and we could have grabbed Manaphy, right? So now what Owen's able to do this turn is Owen's able to go Greninja, knock out Gimmighoul, 90 fucking wherever, right? Probably one of the two prizers. And then Yella is at 4, you're at 4, but you don't have any two prizers in play, right? So you're actually doing the exact same thing to Yella that the situation you were just in was, right? Well, basically where Owen had a two prizer in the active and just taken one prize card and is kind of being like semi-forced into the 7 prize game. But now, with the way the board is played out for Yella this turn, Owen is just able to flip that on its head, right? Kind of making up for the misplay last game, or not last game, last turn of having the attacking with the Chien-Pao, right? And now saying like, oh, okay, well, I mean, yeah, if I can just Greninja this turn, then you go to 3, and then I go to 2, and then you go to 1, and then I win the game, right? Owen presumably is just going to force this 7 prize game as long as we are not benching this Chien-Pao. And even if we bench the Chien-Pao, we need Yell to find Gust. We are benching the Chien-Pao. I don't think that's correct. I really don't think that. I also don't think attack. I mean, I did just praise both players, and there's a very real chance that I'm missing something about this play here. Owen very likely knows something I don't. However, this seems unnecessarily risky to me. You have just been put in a position where you could theoretically play a very, very perfect, very, very easy 7 prize or force Yella into a 7 prize game, right? And just play this super easily. You already have your one. You already have your one prize card you've taken, right? You can take another one. You go to the 4 and you win the prize trade naturally because you don't have the 2 prize in play. Now, if you're taking this knockout, not only are you giving Yella an extra turn to make it so that Greninja can't do anything, but Yella can just knock out active, go to the 2 prize cards, and then you're forced to attack with 1 prize for the next turn anyway. However, if Yella is able to protect his board better, you're not able to do anything about it as Owen and should just lose. So, very, very interesting that this is the line Owen is going for. Mainly because I would frankly expect Owen to lose for a misplay like this. This is a game-losing misplay. Frankly, like this isn't something small. This is a straight up game-losing misplay, from Owen, and I can't help but think I'm missing something because Owen wins this game. So like, what the hell goes wrong here? Is it because Owen is just better and knows something I don't, or is it because Yellow bricks, right? Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Now, Yella's gonna start us here with a coin bonus and a heavy ball. Gonna grab that Palkia. That is an immediate threat to Owen. This Palkia is one of the most valuable cards in the deck for Gholdengo here. It is a very good, very solid, consistent attacker, and is also able to make this Greninja actually threatening. So, Let's see what goes on here. It's an Avery in hand for yellow. I think that is going to be what we play, mostly because there's nothing else to play. And you should be able to force the Greninja off the board. I frankly don't know what else you would get rid of here, which is rough. That's another, even like another reason to not attack with the Chien-Pao here. Right now the Greninja's been forced off the board, and this is going to make this a lot harder for Owen. Yeah, let's see here. Big hand for yellow, but we're benching double we're benching double Gimme Ghoul and seemingly don't have a way to protect them. Okay, I love the way Yellow's handling the energies here. Yeah, so I mean double Gimme Ghoul in play here for Yellow. Now to be fair, right, to be fair to Yellow, the benching of the second Gimme Ghoul is fine. Mainly because if Owen is able to Greninja this turn, right? Then it doesn't matter because Owen's gonna go to either one or two prize cards and just be able to knock out a Gimme or Gholdengo or Palkia for game anyway. So benching double Gimme Ghoul isn't like terrible here, right? The main thing is that we weren't able to protect them, right? Either not benching the one and evolving the other one or benching Manaphy makes this really, really, really bad for Yella. Once again, I mean, giving Owen a win condition that he shouldn't have. And of course, right after I praise both of these players, they both kind of start throwing this game back and forth at each other like a game of hot potato, right? At first, Owen hits with the Chien-Pao, hits with the Chien-Pao into a one prizer, goes, here, I want you to be ahead of the price trade. Then Yella goes, no, or no, it was kill the Manaphy, right? But do it with a one prizer, right? Then Yella goes, no, it's fine. I'll knock out your Chien-Pao, but I won't protect my bench, even though I run it back my Manaphy. And I'll make it so you can come back with Greninja, and then you can win the prize trade. And then Owen goes, oh no, I insist. I absolutely insist. I'll attack with Chien-Pao, right? And then you'll win the prize trade. And then Yellow goes, oh well, thank you, but I really mean it. I really want you to have this prize trade, right? I want you to lead this prize trade. Here, let me bench my Gimme Ghouls and not protect them, right? I mean, no shit to either of these players, obviously. But both players, several turns in a row, should have been able to punish their opponents for their mistakes, and neither player has done that so far. Please tell me there is something I don't realize, besides the fact that both players are kind of throwing. Owen, if you bench a two-prizer, I'm going to go into your DMs and rant at you. Don't do that to people, though. Don't go into people's DMs to be an asshole. I mean, that won't stop me, but like, I'm not a good example. So, yeah, it's gonna be the Rod and the Frigibacks. There's Greninja, Energy, and back to Caliber. We have the Nest Ball. Yep. I believe we have the Superior Energy Retrieval as well. Okay. So, hands cross switcher on Palkia, easy. That's true, actually. Hold the fuck up. That is very true. Damn. Yella should not have benched that Palkia. Yella should not have benched that Palkia. Oh my god. I did not realize that. And clearly neither did Yella. Yeah, this Palkia has no business being on Yella's bench. Gonna go unpunished. Just gonna go punished for something else, which I guess works. Gonna be concealed cards. I think it was Irida Bidoof. I guess we can bench the Bidoof. Honestly, I don't think there's really reason not to bench the Bidoof unless we're Superior Energy Retrieval. That is a real reason to not bench the Bidoof. I think, okay, just the one. Oh, we priced Lightning. Duh. Yeah, okay. Well, obviously, Yellow doesn't know that, right? Yellow doesn't know that, so the benching of the Palkia is still kind of a throw. So, all right. Let's see how this goes now. Owen finally putting himself into a position where Yellow can't win next turn or take ahead of the prize trade, of course, because the prize trade has gone down to the absolute wire here. Okay, so as Yellow, what can you do? I think Boss Excalibur is like the only real line here. You go Boss Excalibur, not Boss Excalibur, you go like Cross Switcher. Cross switch. I should probably like cross switcher kill Barrel, in combination with like I think it's Roxanne. I think there's a Roxanne in Yellow's list. Um, it kind of has to be the line here for Owen, or for Yellow, sorry. Well, let's see what actually happens, because I don't think we have Roxanne in hand for Yella. Yeah, we're going to have to Irida, which is unfortunate. Yep. Okay, we got the Palkia, we have the Superior Energy Retrieval, and we're able to take this knockout with either attacker, but the damage has been done. Owen only needs a... Oh, okay, we can kill the Excalibur at least. Still, I mean, Owen is now officially in control of this game. It's going to have to be a Chien-Pao. Yeah, Chien-Pao here. Plus candy backs for game for Owen here. Which isn't unreasonable, and I do believe I see both Irida, Chien-Pao, and quite a lot of energies in hand for Owen. So I'm thinking we just kind of have it here. Rare Candy off the top isn't going to make anything worse. Doesn't really matter what we grab here. I think Owen's just going to show game. Bench, attach, retrieval, grab all the energies, retreat, knockout. Yep, we're going to go to game 3. Yeah, so, I mean, really good back and forth game, but kind of a game of hot potato of both players seemingly not wanting to win the game. Which is interesting. It's very, very interesting. Still, regardless of how good of a player you are, nerves do get to you. I know that quite well myself. Alright, so, why are we... Production... How much is Owen mulliganing? Alright, here we go. Prize card's gonna be laid out, and yeah. So you guys remember at the beginning of this game when I talked about how Owen is basically playing against his own deck in this series? This is what I'm referring to. This is the second game in a row Owen has prized his Greninja, and has also managed to prize double Chien-Pao, and a Frigibax. So once again, not anything too bad for Yella here. One cross switch is not like the end of the world, but Owen is not having a good time. Let's put it that way. So it does seem to be Yella going first this time around. Very interesting. I kind of like have personally come to the conclusion that I think Gholdengo is better going second, but when you start VIP pass, yeah, it kind of doesn't matter, right? But alright, Yella is going to do a basic prize trade. Going to grab the, or prize check, I should say. Going to grab the Palkia and the Greninja. And it does seem to be the call for family. Gimme Goal we started here as Yella, so that's pretty good. But there's going to have to be a pass over to Owen here. This is how like Gholdengo typically plays, right? Like you go early. And you get the Palkia, and basically you go Palkia as like your early attacker while you like set up your board and attack and like get ready to attack with Gholdengos, like as you build up a hand, build up a really big board, and then you like overwhelm your opponent with Gholdengos later. But Owen, I feel it's triple battle VIP pass in hand, which is a lot. So yeah, that's the thing. But this game is gonna get really rough for Owen, really, really fast. Owen's only Chien-Pao is in the active. Not only in the active, being bad, obviously, because, you know, you'll be out of Chien-Paos, but because this will let Owen, or this will give Yella basically a free ticket to leading the prize trade, right? Somebody knows what happens. Alright, sure, bro, sure. Yeah, going to be the third VIP here for a Bidoof. So a good board for Owen, considering the severe lack of Chien-Paos. Very surprised we didn't Shivery Chills for 2 energies, but it seems is because we are going for a Barrel next turn, which makes sense. We have another energy that we are attaching from hand next turn. So a good call from Owen. You know, kind of like acknowledging the fact that a lot of cards need to be drawn. Namely, you need a Heavy Ball next turn as Owen. But yeah, let's see how this goes. We're going to see an Earthen Vessel, and then probably a... yep, there is the concealed cards. going to be a Gimme Goal and a Spirit Energy Retrieval, so that is very, very good. I'm going to see the Pokestop, so give a gut to Owen, but you kind of can't help but like assume that Owen has like an alright hand. Not too bad on the Pokestop for Yella. Could be better, but certainly could be worse. Okay. So I mean, really, all we're trying to do here as Yella is attack, but it seems like we don't have that. Yeah, this hand is frankly kind of dead for Yella here. This is a massive deal. I'm gonna go into the Greninja, and seems to be a pass. It's gonna have to be, right? As long as you're not putting up the Palkia, I don't think it matters too much. Obviously, the Greninja is valuable, but not to that same extent. It's going to be the Water Energy to the 1 retreat Gimme Goal and a pass over to Owen here. So now this gets really interesting. As Owen here, once again, what I want to see the most is I want to see us take a knockout here while also trying to protect this here Chien-Pao, right? Yella has just shown that the hand really isn't that good. And you should be able to basically just stall a turn here, right? I think you don't really have to do anything as Owen. You're not forced to take this knockout. I'd really like to see Owen go for something like, frankly, something similar to what Yella's doing. Just retreat into the Greninja or something. Or granted, we don't have Greninja available, right? But I guess like a Frigivax, you know what I mean? Yeah, retreat into that, and just pass the turn so that next turn we can do like double cross switcher onto the Palkia. Obviously we have double cross switcher this turn, that'd be nice too, but yeah, that's what I would like to see. I'd like to see Owen just kind of play this a bit more passive, not really too greedy about it, because I think on the odds of Yella, I think basically the odds of Yella leading the prize trade are a lot higher when you take this knockout than if you don't, right? And if you don't take the knockout and you get punished, then it doesn't change anything too much because of the mana fee, right? And Yella is always going to have 2 prizes in play. You don't have to always have 2 prizes in play. Yella does. So, yeah. I'm not really a big fan of this play from Owen, if I'm being entirely honest. Also, I would like to see the energy attachment on the bench go to Bidoof, or sorry, to Barrel and to Frigivax. And the reason I say that is because if Yella goes for an Avery, you want to get rid of the Bidoof here, and you'd be wasting an energy. So, there's that. Let's see what else we got here. A bunch of Ultra Balls, a couple Nest Balls. These Ultra Balls are going to get really awkward because there's a lot of stuff we're not trying to discard here as Yella. Maybe a Nest Ball being played here. For the Greninja, it seems. Yeah, no energies as well. This is rough. Okay, there is a Greninja. I mean, surely the line here is just play the Ultra, get the Palkia, and take a knockout, right? Yeah, I think that is just the line, and then I think the reason we're grabbing the Greninja here is simply to have something to put that last water energy on, that like kind of gets some value, you know? Not that it's like a lot of value, but value is value. So it's Ultra Ball, Double Retrieval, and Cross Switcher in hand for Yella. So it's frankly just straight up bad. Oh, we're not attaching the last one. Then I don't know why we're Nest Balling for Greninja. I mean, not that Greninja isn't good to have in play, but we could have discarded the Nest Ball and like kept one of those more valuable resources in hand. So, yeah, it's going to be the Rod starting off for Owen here. And now Owen is behind this game. Owen is officially behind in this game. So once again, Owen is going to have to find a way back into this game here. A good start would be knocking out this Palkia. Yella has not done very much. If you're able to knock out this Palkia this turn, you are just in a really good spot. Again, because Yella frankly just hasn't done much. There are no Gholdengos on this bench. Not that Yella can't do that, but the thing is, like, basically you're playing the long con as Owen here, right? Or at least you're trying to. What you're trying to do here is you're trying to go knock out the Palk, right? Knock out the Palk this turn. then you're going to get knocked out by Gholdengo most likely. You knock out the Gholdengo, and then now Yellow has had 2 different turns where the board is like really, really lacking. You've been like struggling to find the knockouts, right? As Owen, you combo that with your Iono, you put Yellow down to 2 prize cards, and then Yellow whiffs, and then you win the game, right? Because it is just like kind of a tall ask to like keep finding these pieces for Yellow when Yellow hasn't been drawing cards this game. So, yeah. I'm gonna be using the Pokestop, it seems, for Owen. Gonna be Lightning, Nest Ball, Backs. The Backs is annoying. The Lightning is really, really good to have in the discard. Actually, it's actively a net benefit for Owen. We have the Earth and Vessel as well as the Nest Ball. No Superior Energy Retrieval though. It wasn't terrible. And yeah, we're gonna knock out the Palkia here, and see where this takes us. So still 2 Chien-Pao and a Greninja left in the prize cards for Owen. It just keeps getting worse. Yeah, so we had the concealed cards here for Yellow. We have a Pokestop available as well. I don't really see much else going on in the hand. There's an Ultra Ball. Yep. Okay, gonna have to get rid of the Cross Switcher. I think you're fine to do that at this point. I don't think Owen is ever gonna let you really Cross Switch or anything, honestly, unless you're trying to Cross Switch with the Excalibur. In that case, Owen can't really do anything about that. Yeah, this should be fine. So I'm gonna see here, concealed cards, or not concealed cards, a coin bonus into another Gholdengo. Huge hit for Yellow. Gonna be the canceling cologne here is going to grab a couple energy, not canceling cologne, the concealed card. God, the superior energy retrieval is gonna grab a couple energies. Yellow gonna debate the Pokestop, it seems. But is going to opt out of it just to knock out the Chien-Pao. Goes down to 1 prize. Okay. So, this game is very, very, very awkward for Owen here. We have a couple lines. One that could be an option is actually going Greninja to both the Gholdengos. Or, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. The math isn't mathing. So it'd have to be... Okay. I was going to suggest punch a Gholdengo and then amp it for game. But I just realized that there's no 1-prizer we can punch a Gholdengo with that can do enough to set up amp damage. So I take that back. We have to attack with a 2-prizer here. Or no, we don't. No, we don't actually. What we do here is we go double Cross Switcher. We do double Cross Switcher here as Owen. Grab a 1-prizer, knock it out with a 1-prizer, and then we win on Chien-Pao next turn. Okay, that makes sense. And I can't help but feel like that was also Owen's game plan in games 1 and 2, primarily game 2. Where instead of taking, like, going ahead in the prize trade early, you choose to go ahead on the prize trade late. I don't really know if I think that's inherently correct, if I'm being honest, but Owen seems to think so, and Owen's the one winning this game, so, you know, who am I to complain? Okay, gonna be the Irida, gonna be a Cross Switcher as well as a Excalibur, it seems. Hopefully we have the candy, because if we are attacking with Excalibur, then we will need a follow-up Excalibur, but let's see what we got here. It's gonna be this. We're not gonna grab anything. Okay, I guess we don't have candy in hand. Yeah, we don't have candy. It's gonna be a Gust, gonna grab us the Greninja. There's the second barrel. There's the concealed cards. Not concealed cards. I don't know why I keep calling that. The the super energy retrieval, superior energy retrieval. Yeah, we have a Nest Ball and 2 energies in hand. I like spreading these energies. Yep, absolutely. And I think you have to hold the Nest Ball. So, see what we got here. Double Pokestop. Wasn't really achieving much. We can Ultra Ball them away, though. And it's going to be a shuffle for Owen. I think this is fine. You get to burn through more of your cards. You get the Nest Ball to have Chien-Pao outs. Don't think we've played a supporter here. Don't remember. No, we have played Irida. Yeah. It's going to be the knockout here for Owen. So Owen, to win this game, needs Candy, Backs, Chien-Pao, Superior Energy Retrieval. A 4-card combo. 2 of those cards can be found off of the Irida, right? So Irida would make it a free card combo. If we want to find Irida plus 2 of the 4 cards I mentioned earlier, then Owen will win this game. And all Yellow can do to try to stop it is to simply knock out the active, probably go for a hand disruption, and pray. Hey, we do have the Roxanne. We're going to attempt to try to pull something off here for yellow. Let's see if it ends up working. All right. Not a lot in hand. The only thing that matters is if you have enough energy to knock this active out, which I wouldn't imagine is too hard. Yeah, okay, we have the superior. We're chilling. I'm gonna get some energies back, and I think we're just knocking out active, which would be 2 energies, I believe, because it's Metal Week. I'm gonna hit the Pokestop. I'm not gonna do anything good, but it shouldn't matter too much. If like as yellow, you always have it. Or you always have game, like if Owen lifts. Was I in Dortmund watching this live? I was in Dortmund, the city, and I was watching it live on my phone, but I was in my hotel room. I was not in the crowd, although I kind of regret not being in the crowd. I'm good friends with Owen for one, and also watching Gholdengo in the finals is just kind of funny. So kind of a shame I wasn't in the crowd, I'll be honest, but we went out for dinner instead, and I was just kind of tired and wanted to go to the hotel. So yeah, I was in Dortmund, and I was watching it live, but not in the traditional sense. So Owen is going to go into the think tank here. We have the Superior Energy Retrieval in hand, I believe. However, playing it before having the Excalibur is really rough. So there's the Ultra Ball. So this is just the sequencing grind here for Owen. Is going to be the Ultra Ball. I think this is fine. There's certainly an argument to be made here, actually, for getting rid of the second Superior Energy Retrieval instead of the Iron Hands, and then just benching the Iron Hands. I actually think that would have been more correct for Owen. But we are going to get there. We are going to find the Irida, which will just get Excalibur, and we have both Candy and Superior Energy Retrieval on deck. So it is just going to be game for Owen. Just going to go through the motions and make sure he doesn't fuck anything up. Yeah, that will be game. So really, really happy for Owen. Owen's been, been going for this for so long, been trying for so long, right? One of the best players. I think there is a real argument to be made here that Owen is the best player in Europe right now. Oh, didn't mean to turn on the volume. That was really loud. But yeah, there's a real argument to be made that Owen is the best player in Europe right now. I believe he's ranked 1. No, I think Brennan's still ranked 1. Which crazy that I'm talking about potentially the best player in Europe right now, and I'm like, well, his brother's also just there and rank 1, right? So yeah, both the cameraman brothers are just insane at this game, and it's cool to me, right? Because we played in seniors together, and they were good in seniors. Don't get me wrong, they were very, very, very good in seniors, and they were good when they got into masters, but the process of Owen and Brendan going from seniors to like the top tier seniors and top tier masters was a somewhat slow process, right? Not slow, right? Obviously, their first season of masters, they were both making D2. I believe what's it called? Pre-COVID, Brendan did get finals actually. At regionals, right? And Bookham, I think. Owen is third behind me and you based. Yeah, so pre-COVID, they were both really good, but then post-COVID, they got back in, right, and really started dominating both of them. So yeah, it's super cool for me to see. It's kind of like our generation's turn to shine, right? So I can sit here and be happy about that. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do now is we are going to go and grab a tier list maker. We're gonna talk about some tier lists here for the current standard format. So let me just pull that up, and I guess I'll play some actual background music for once, instead of just having nothing, because this is going to be so it's had annoying, I think, if not. Yeah, make it quiet though. I'm just trying to figure out how quiet. That should be fine. Yeah, and then let me just pull up the actual tier list maker. Trainer Hill, I think, is the go-to right now for tier lists. Cool. All right, yeah. So we're gonna go Trainer Hill here, and let me find. Do I remember how to do this? Tier list creator. Here we go. Yeah, tier list creator. I'm gonna go here, and let's talk about this. So first of all, let's go find the decks we actually want to be ranking here. Mew, gonna be DTE Mew. We've got I'm gonna just put Miraidon as one deck right now because neither is really doing well. Snorlax is still a real deck. Do we have Valiant Entei? No, then Valiant will just be that. Fusion Mew. Because Rapid Strike is still considered an archetype. Pidgeot Control. Pidgeot Control is like slowly and surely like being like turned into like an actual like solidified archetype. Let me put this in instead of this. I do need to rank Arc Ray because I ranked Arc Ray quite highly last time. I need to like give my take on that. But I think we're done. Zorbox is available right now. I have more people played it, I feel. Nah, Zorbox is good when it works, but it doesn't work enough, is the problem. It's not consistent enough, and because it's not consistent, people are not going to bring it to tournaments, right? I think decks that like, whoa, oh, what the hell? There we go. I think decks that like are underperforming due to having lack of players playing it is stuff like the Arceus variants, right? I think both Arceus decks are pretty good. Arc Ray and Arc Gigas being the two main ones. But they're underplayed, right? They're underplayed and therefore not performing as well. Yeah, so let's start with this and we can probably add decks as we go. So I'm just gonna go from top to bottom and kind of rank stuff. Do this a bit slower, like kind of talk through stuff. Contrary to last time, we're just chugged everything into a tier and just kind of said this good, this bad, right? So starting with Roaring Moon, I think Roaring Moon's like solidly in tier A. Roaring Moon's good, has a solid matchup spread, and even against bad matchups can often cheese some games. So I think Roaring Moon's like is like a weird spot where it's like mid to low A tier. It's seeing a lot of play right now, so you have to be able to respect and beat Roaring Moon in this meta. But I have a very hard time imagining Roaring Moon ever winning a tournament, right? If you're not like you can't be in tier S if I don't realistically think you can win a tournament. Now, said the same thing about Chien-Pao like 2 weeks ago, so you know my word isn't law, right? But I do think tier A seems really good for Roaring Moon. Tina, definitely S tier deck, kind of has been for the majority of this format. It's just a good deck, right? It's just a good deck, and I mean that in the worst way possible because Tina is terrible, right? Tina is the type of deck where you sit there the entire game and you go, oh, this sucks, oh, this sucks, oh, my deck is terrible, GG, I win, right? Because Path, Rock, Sand, Counter Catcher throw up a 280 HP Pokemon with no weakness that can one-shot everything in the game by flipping over your V-Star marker. That's pretty good. Now, granted, I think Tina is slowly but surely falling kind of out, right? Thanks to the rise of decks that do naturally kind of have a good Tina matchup. Roaring Moon being a prime example of this. The Roaring Moon Tina matchup is close, but I do consider it to be slightly favored for Roaring Moon. So, yeah, that's my take on Tina. I think Tina's good, but I don't think Tina's as dominant as it has been, and it's kind of showing. Zard, low A tier. Zard is still like a good, consistent deck, but it's not what it once was. And I talked about this a bit during Monday's stream, during my meta breakdown there, but Zard is kind of having the same effect as Miraidon was earlier in this format, where people flocked to Zard because it was winning early. It seemingly had no bad matchups, right? But now in recent tournaments, right, Zard has been like the most played deck in day one, right? If we look at Dortmund being the prime example here, right? If you look at Dortmund, Zard was the most played deck in day one, and then was the 5th most played deck in day 2. Terrible conversion rate, right? People are still going to play Zard for Utrecht, right, and for Vancouver, but if the format continues after those 2 events, right, if it had continued, then I don't think Zard would be a good deck. I think Zard would like slowly but surely fall down to like 4th or 5th most popular deck. As the meta has evolved, people have gotten better at playing against Zard. Decks have been built in a way that they don't have to really deal with Zard in the same way anymore. And every top player who has been playing Zard and who has been seeing success with Zard has started dropping Zard, right? Same thing that pretty much happened to Miraidon, where now Miraidon's like not even like considered a top 2 deck in my opinion. So yeah, Zard, lower half of A tier. As A tier gets filled up, Zard will move further down. Gardevoir is good. It's tier S, but I don't think it's as good as Tina. And the reason I don't think it is as good as Tina is because I think Tina is a lot better into the structure of tournament we play, being best of 3, 50 minutes. I think Gardevoir, what is really holding back Gardevoir in this format is the fact that you're playing best of 3, 50 minutes, and that if you have a poor setup or like a bad turn that can easily cost you a game, then what's it called? Then you're kind of just automatically tying a set, right? Which is unfortunate. Also, Guardy's being becoming more and more popular. However, Gardevoir is not invincible by any means, and I want to clarify that. None of these tier S decks are by any means invincible. I just think they are the most likely to win an event, and also the most likely to be played by top players, right? Yeah, so Gardevoir is in a weird spot. I think Gardevoir is very good. It's very powerful. It has one of, if not the best matchup charts in the game, but it's not well equipped to handle the structure of tournament we play. It's been succeeding despite that, but not to the extent that would be expected of a top tier deck, right? So, Gardevoir comfortably like the middle of tier S in my opinion. Gholdengo, I want to put Gholdengo in C tier. I don't think I can, because it did just get second in the regionals. It's a deck you have to respect. You have to respect Gholdengo. I think you can take a bad matchup to Gholdengo. Like, I'd rather take a bad matchup to Gholdengo than any of these other decks. But you have to acknowledge the fact that Gholdengo does exist as an archetype now, which is something I don't like doing, if I'm being entirely honest. Gholdengo is good. It draws a lot of cards. It does some stuff. I just think it's inconsistent and kind of clunky. I don't really think I'd ever justifiably bring Gholdengo to a regionals when I can play anything in tier S or tier A. But the deck is viable, the deck is competent, the deck wins games, and you have to kind of acknowledge that. So B tier seems about right. Like, whereas it's like in a tier where it's not bad, right? You can succeed with it, but there's kind of very little reason to play it over any of the tier A or tier S decks, because these two tiers will like fill out fast, right? There's a lot of good decks in this format. Speaking of good decks, Chien-Pao. I think I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah, this seems fine for Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao, of course, just 1. Owen Cameraman, of course. There's gonna be a large uptick in Chien-Pao players now. I think Chien-Pao is good. I think Zard being pushed out of the meta is really good for Chien-Pao, because the Zard matchup is kind of sketchy due to the fact that they can spam Iono and use cards like Countercatcher to great effect, right? It is a lot easier for Chien-Pao to like reestablish Vex Calibers that are being targeted against decks like Gardevoir and Tina than it is against Zard, because Zard is just hitting you with so much more HP, which means you not only need to reestablish your Vex Calibers almost every turn, right? And also they can go quick search for boss, right? Which makes it worse. You don't really have turns of downtime. But also, you need what, like 7 energies or some shit to like one shot a no, 6 energies. It's 6 energies to one shot a Zard. That's still a lot, right? It's still a lot. Yeah, 6 energies to one shot a Zard. So I think Zard falling out of the meta is really, really good for Chien-Pao. Roaring Moon is a weird matchup where like I feel like if you go first, you bench a bunch of one prizers or chill, and then you just kind of like 2-2-2 from there. But if you start like Chien-Pao and they knock out the Chien-Pao on turn 1, then you're kind of fucked. So it's a weird one, but I think as Chien-Pao, you're actually kind of favored into both Tina and Guardy, in my opinion. Not by a lot, but by enough, right? So yeah, there's that. Lost Box, so this, we can't really separate the Lost Box too well. So Lost Zone Box, right, the one with Comfy and Sableye, is 2 archetypes primarily. It's going to be the Kyogre archetypes, and it's going to be the super effective Glasses builds, right? They're going to both be bunched up to this. Think of it as think of it as Lost Zone with Greninja and Lost Zone with Charizard, right? So starting off with Lost Zone with Greninja here, I think it's high A tier. Both the glasses and the Kyogre build. They're different, but I think they're roughly in the same spot. Kyogre is in a very weird spot in this meta where like you're not really always doing a lot, but by comboing it with cards like Mawile, you're actually able to force some really interesting games. But it's very skill intensive, and frankly, I don't think it is good enough to warrant how hard it is to play. However, that doesn't change the fact that the deck is very good. I just wouldn't expect to see a lot of it. Super Effective Glasses is another one that I think is really good right now. A bit of a sketchy Tina matchup. Not a bad one by any means, but slightly sketch. Alright against Gardevoir. Really good into into Moon. Seems pretty okay into Backs. Is great into Zard, right? It's just a good deck. Slightly inconsistent. It's the least consistent Lost Zone archetype right now, besides Tina, of course, being a fucking pile, but yeah, Glasses is in a good spot right now. You have some good matchups. You're slightly bricky, but so are a lot of the high tier decks right now. Yeah, so Sablezard, lowest deck in S tier, but S tier nonetheless. I will say, however, I think this is carried by Eclipse. What's it called? There's two different Sablezard variants. There's Eclipse, which plays Roaring Moon, and there's straight Sablezard, which plays TMD Evolution. If you really want to be European about it, you can think of it as the Brennan Cameraman deck and the Christian Fontenot deck, right? They're two different decks, but they're both Sablezard. I think Eclipse is really good. I think Eclipse with the Roaring Moon, right, is in a great spot in the meta because of the way the meta has evolved. Roaring Moon, ego much? Oh, for sure. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, so I think that that with the Roaring Moon, right, you are better positioned in this meta due to your better Gardevoir matchup, your better... What am I missing? It's just your better Gardevoir matchup. There's something else. Your better... I'm missing something. No, I think it's just your Gardevoir matchup. Yeah, it's just your Gardevoir matchup. Your Miraidon matchups is fine, but Miraidon's kind of falling off. Yeah. So the big difference between the two archetypes is that Eclipse has a better Gardevoir matchup, right? But straight Sablezard has a better Zard matchup, right? A much better Zard matchup. Straight Sablezard is worse than gay Sablezard? Sure, let's go with that. Fuck it. Yeah, so with Zard falling out of the meta, so has straight Sablezard, right? With the TMD evolution. Mew matchup too? Yeah, but I don't think the Moon does that much. It's good into Mew, but I think, honestly, like, from how I've been, like, seeing it, like, being played so far and, like, how tournaments have panned out, I also don't think Eclipse has that well, like, good of a Mew matchup. I actually like your Mew matchup more with Spiritomb than I do with Roaring Moon. But with Roaring Moon, you're able to play a much more honest game of Pokemon. So it's weird, right? But that aside, yeah, I think Eclipse is like low tier S and straight Sablezard is like high tier A. So I'm going to put it at the bottom of tier S, right, for simplicity's sake. But there is a difference in the two archetypes, and if I were going to regionals, I would rather bring Eclipse than straight Sablezard right now. However, I think, fundamentally speaking, I think straight Sablezard is actually the better deck. I just think the meta has panned out in a way where the Roaring Moon is getting more value than the TMD evolution, right? It is also important to note that I believe Sablezard, straight Sablezard, is the most consistent Comfy deck in the format. That's not a hot take. That's been the case for Sablezard since its inception, right? Your ability to play Pokegear being chief among them. Yeah. Let me catch up with chat. Good day, Venom. How we doing? Do you feel like there's a direct counter to Lost Box? There's usually all Lost matchups for any deck, right? Ethereal deck Lost Box ought to lose to. Yeah, well, so Lost Box is very broad, so the answer will differ for each Lost Box variant. The correct answer is called Rapid Strike, right? Specifically for straight Sablezard. Yeah, for Sablezard, Intel Urshi is a really really bad matchup. However, for glasses, Intel Urshi is a fine matchup because you can glass onto Iron Hands and you can bonk an Intel. So it depends on the lost box you're trying to counter. Whole Charizard A tier. Charizard's just not that good anymore. Frankly, listen, I've talked about it a couple times. I'll keep talking about it, but Zard is just not in a good spot. You're losing to Tina. You're losing the Gardevoir. You're losing to at least half of the Lost Zone variants. You're losing the. Actually, you're probably beating Moon. You're probably beating Moon in most cases. And you're beating Chien-Pao. But if you're losing to both Guardian and Tina, I don't think you deserve to be in Tier S. And that's just how it is. If you can't beat Guardian Tina, you should not be in Tier S, right? Specifically, Eclipse can beat Guardian Tina pretty consistently, hence why they're in Tier S. Moon is beatable. Moon is beatable, but not good. Yeah, okay. Anyway, Zard is bad because every deck has a game plan in Zard. That's a great way of putting it. Every deck has a good win con into Zard, right? That doesn't apply to Tina, right? Or to Guardy, or to most Lost Zone variants. Yeah, but the thing is, like, scamming games with Iono, Gardevoir does that better. Hell, Tina does that better with Roxanne, right? And we're going to get to another deck that I think does that even better here in a bit. But for now, let's talk about Arcgigas. Arcgigas, de facto top of B tier. I think Arcgigas is good. However, I think it is objectively worse than DT Emu. It is basically DT Emu that doesn't lose to Drapion and Spiritomb. Is basically what it is, right? So in a meta where Judge Path is good, Judge Path plus high HP is good, however, everyone's respecting Mew, then Arcgigas is an amazing call. However, right now people aren't respecting Mew, which means there's no real reason to play Arcgigas instead of Mew, in my opinion, right? However, if we go into a format where Judge Path is super good, and everyone's respecting Mew again, right, then Arcgigas stocks go up because you basically get to ignore the Mew counters and have the same matchup spread that's really, really good, right? Speaking of Mew, I think I'm going to put DTE Mew right here. DTE Mew is good. I think it's kind of fallen off a bit because the reason DTE Mew was better than Fusion Mew for a bit was because it had a better Zard matchup. Because Zard is falling off because Zard is severely underperforming, and is going to see less play. Fusion Mew becomes a better deck because Fusion Mew has a much better Roaring Moon matchup. The Roaring Moon matchup is really, really bad for DT Emu. However, it's really, really good. Okay, not really, really good, but good for Fusion Mew, right? So yeah, DT Emu still as powerful deck as ever. Still, one Liverpool, right? Very, very good deck. You're probably still playing the hybrid build to play around Spiritomb. Spiritomb is a card that's played in this format now less to counter Genesect and more to beat cards like Rotom, Luminion, and Galarian Moltres. That's another reason why Zard is falling off. More decks are playing Spiritomb, which shuts down Rotom, which makes your early game much less consistent. So that's just more salt in the wound, really. Yeah. Bloxlax here, still in B tier, but I think Bloxlax is good. You can cheese games, but once again, a lot of what made Bloxlax good early on is now kind of taken away from it. Also, the fact that there's a better control variant in the game now that I think is worth playing if you want to win a tournament. Bloxlax is still beating Zard, is beating Guardy typically, although you don't always beat Guardy. You're just never beating Tina. If you're playing Bloxlax and you hit a good Tina player, you will never beat Tina. There are plenty of VODs of this being proven. If you are a Tina player and you are losing to Bloxlax, go study the film of certain stream games. My number one go-to would be Cal Connor versus Finny Fernandez in the Charlotte Regional Championships. Go study the film on that, and you will never lose to Bloxlax ever again as Tina. And frankly, if you're never beating Tina, I don't think you can be in Tier A. It'd be one thing if you were never beating Tina and beating everything else, but your Moon matchup can be sketchy. Your Chien-Pao matchup can be sketchy. Lost Zone variants that play Spiritomb is a sketchy matchup. Even the ones that play Drapion can do some weird stuff where they kill their own Drapions, although I don't think that's really optimal as far as lines are concerned. Your Gardevoir matchup is good, but definitely not free, and it will entirely depend on what text the Gardevoir player decides to play. So yeah. Miraidon. It's probably bottom of B tier. Can we actually put it there, please? Thank you. Yeah, Miraidon. just not what it once was. Again, your matchups aren't as good as they were. You're seeing less and less success. No more top players are playing Miraidon at this point. Top for Liverpool's Grave Odd. I haven't watched that one, but I'm sure that remains true. I know it's the same matchup, right? But yeah, there's plenty of film of just Tina rolling over Bloxlax that you should be able to study easily and just never lose to Tina or to Bloxlax again as a Tina player. But yeah, Miraidon. Miraidon's weird because theoretically you have a good Lost Zone matchup, you have a good Gardevoir matchup, but you're kind of in this weird spot where you're probably losing to Moon. You have like a weird 50-50 with Chien-Pao. You're losing to Zard, although with the Zard falling off, you know, it kind of doesn't matter too much. Your Tina matchup's like not bad, but not good either. Basically, Miraidon, it doesn't have like a terrible matchup spread on paper, but it's not good enough to warrant the fact that the deck is just really not that consistent. And because of that, I don't think you can justifiably play Miraidon in this format when you could play Moon. That's the common denominator, by the way, of everything in tier B tier. None of the B tier decks are bad. There's just very, very few reasons to justifiably play these decks over something in A tier, right? Arceus, just play DT Emio. Gholdengo, just play either Roaring Moon or Chien-Pao, right? Bloxlax, play Pidgeot Control. We're gonna get there. Miraidon, again, play Roaring Moon or play Chien-Pao, right? These decks are basically just worse versions of decks that are already succeeding in tier A. So yeah. Speaking of Fusion Mew, I am heavily tempted to put Fusion Mew in as BDIF. But I won't do that. And that's because I want to see the results first for Fusion Mew. I want Fusion Mew to really prove itself first. Fusion Mew has felt amazing in my testing. I think Fusion Mew is insanely well positioned in this meta. Now you have a more honest matchup into Tina and to Gardevoir. None of these matchups are free. They're fine. I'd argue they're slightly favored, honestly, but not by a lot. Not by a lot at all. Very skill intensive, very hard matchups on both sides. That I think get really, really, really interesting. And also depends on like what text the Fusion Mew player chooses to play. However, if you were playing, let's assume for a second that this is the finished list, right? The finished list has been very popular. One I played to late night this past Wednesday, got third with. The one that also won late night this past Wednesday, right? Being Shawnee, all right, Mr. Shawnee, who also was the first seed going into cut in Dortmund. I believe losing to Eclipse, if I'm not mistaken, in that top 8 game, right? Speaking of the Eclipse matchup, it's weird. It's by no means bad, but it's also by no means like great. Although I think if you cut the Ice Cube for the Deoxys, the matchup becomes a lot better. So it's weird, right? Regardless, I think Fusion Mew is very similar in its way, like it's positioned in the meta, in like with Guardy and Tina, or with Tina and Guardy. In the sense that what all three of these decks have in common is that they have very flexible game plans and very balanced matchup spread that reward good play, good, solid, foundational play. These decks can cheese games, but they by no means have to, right? They have a very good balance of aggression, hand disruption, comeback potential, etc., right? Roxanne Path, Spam Iono late game, and Judge Path, right? And Roxanne Path as well as the ability to mix in a single prize and two prize Pokemon to deny your opponent prize cards. To the point where I'm kind of tempted to put Sablezard down here, basically because Basically because while I think Eclipse is good, I don't think it compete with these three decks. I think these three decks are de facto top 3 in the game right now. As far as traditional decks are concerned, there's one more deck I'm going to put in S tier. Not yet though. We're not there yet. Shawnee had a game loss in top 8. Okay, that would definitely change stuff. Yeah. Okay, what now? Rapid Strike. There is no reason to play Rapid Strike right now. There's no reason to play Rapid Strike. Rapid Strike, 50-50 Tina, slightly favored in Scardy, terrible Mew matchup, good into most Lost Box variants, but you can absolutely get robbed by Glasses. Terrible Moon matchup. And the thing is, like, even though I consider these 3 decks to be the best decks, they're not going to be the most popular decks until day 2. As a Rapid Strike player, if you're trying to make day 2, you have to go through the fact that Roaring Moon is probably going to be the most played deck in Nuzite. Chien-Pao is also by no means free. It's actually pretty unfavorable if they set up reasonably, right? If Chien-Pao goes first and goes turn 2 Excalibur, God forbid they go turn 2 Excalibur, it can get really, really out of control really, really fast. Now, TMD Evolution is a good way to bail you out, but it's just not enough, right? Yeah. That's Rapid Strike. Rapid Strike's just not good. It's just not good. You have way too many bad matchups up here. You have like 1 auto win and a lot of 50-50s and a lot of bad matchups, and it's just not enough to justify playing this deck in this format. It was good in the beginning, no doubt about it, but as the meta has evolved, it's just not it anymore. All right, Pidgeot control. Bottom of S tier. I think this deck is really good. Emma Hagen's been a big advocate of the deck, and of course, me and Emma live together, so I've heard nothing but Snorlax Pidgeot propaganda for the past several months now. I think the deck is really strong. I do not think it is as good as Tina, Guardy, and Fusion Mew, fundamentally speaking. However, I do think it deserves to be in tier S. For kind of the same reasons as Tina, Guardy, and Fusion Mew do, right? It's a balanced deck that can change its gameplay depending on both the matchup and the hand and your opponent's the way your opponent's playing, right? The difference is it's just a lot harder to play than any of these 3 decks right in the top, as well as the fact that you actually have like a slightly sketchy Tina matchup. Your Tina matchup isn't unwinnable by any means, but a Tina player that knows the matchup can punish you for a lot of things, right? You basically have to play perfect Pokemon to beat Tina, and that's just not reasonable to ask of your average player. So bottom of S tier seems reasonable for the deck. It doesn't have the results backed up yet, but there is a very real chance that it will by the end of this format, so I'm okay with putting it at bottom of S. Entei Valiant, I have no idea how to rank this deck. Honestly, you have a pretty solid Tina matchup. You have a pretty solid Guardian matchup. Your Mew matchup is pretty atrocious, but you do play Spiritomb, so there is cheese potential. Lost Box is a good matchup. Honestly, I think Entei Valiant's probably here. Yeah. I think that's where I'd put Entei Valiant. You're not. I don't think it's as good as these other decks, but by no means like as bad as anything in B tier. Yeah. Honestly, I kind of want to put Charizard in B tier, if I'm being honest. I'm running out of real reason. No. I think Zard definitely goes in A. It's bottom of A. It's bottom, but it's still a good enough deck to deserve to be an A. Finally, Arceus Rayquaza is very weird to rank right now. I think like top of B tier is good. Tier A list, yeah, for real. Well, just like everything here is good, right? I think what we might do is we'll do like here, put everything down here, and then go. Where do we like have a gap? What would the gap be? Like here? That seems kind of reasonable, right? I also think I might be overhyping DTE Mew, actually. I think we put DTE Mew like here. This seems good. This seems reasonable, actually. Yeah, this seems reasonable. I think anything in tier B, A, and S you could justifiably bring to regionals and do well. Tier C... Okay, I didn't talk about Arceus Rayquaza. Let me talk about Arceus Rayquaza. I think Arceus Rayquaza is really good. It's really slept on. And I think it would have a lot better results if more players played it. However, the thing is, you have a really, really good matchup into Tina, you have a good matchup into Guardy, you have a good matchup into Mew, and you have a somewhat good matchup into Control. As well as, like, kind of fine matchups into a lot of stuff. However, the thing is that the deck can struggle with some consistency problems, and it also has a really bad Roaring Moon and Chien-Pao matchup. And while Roaring Moon and Chien-Pao aren't necessarily the best decks in the format, they are going to be some of the most popular, which means you have to go through the gauntlet of Moon and Chien-Pao players to even be able to start playing against the Tina, Gardevoir, and Mew players that you want to be farming. Also, Fusion Mew is not necessarily that big of a, that good of a matchup because a lot of your win condition in that matchup is going swing with Drapion and put damage on Heatran to then go 3-3, which only really works against DTE Mew. If they mix in one prizers as well as stuff like Path to Judge, the matchup gets really sketchy. So yeah, your Lost Box matchup is also like a weird mixed bag where like if they know what they're doing, they're probably always beating you. So I think top of S tier seems fine for Arcray. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this tier list. This seems about right. So yeah, general consensus. Tier S are the best decks in the format. These are de facto best decks. These are what I expect the best players into room to bring to any tournament, and the ones that are most likely to win a tournament. Tier A, really, really good, really, really strong, could win an event, but probably just not as likely to do so as the decks in Tier S, right? Tier B, good, solid decks that are very, very good, very, very powerful, but just kind of like slightly under everything in Tier A, right? So still good, still could win an event, still could make deep runs, but you know, not like I wouldn't really go out of my way to play these decks, right? Tier C, Tier C is good decks, fine decks, but there's just no real reason to play these C tier the Tier C decks instead of B, A, and S. When do I upload the VOD? The VOD should probably be up sometime tomorrow. However, once the stream ends, the VOD will be automatically uploaded to Twitch as well, so you'll be able to check it out there. Yeah, so tier C, good decks, viable decks, but very little justifiable reason to play them over anything in tier B, S, A, or S. And actually, I think I'm going to put Gholdengo up here. I think that's fair. Yeah, and then tier D is bad. No reason to play it. And anything, frankly, that you can pull off of here, right? It's all going in tier D or below. Like you have like every deck has good matchups to something, but tier D decks just don't have enough of those good matchups to warrant playing them. So yeah, I think that's tier list. Let me take a screenshot of this that I can post to Twitter and farm some Twitter clout later. Because Twitter ate up my last tier list oh so well. Frankly, they loved that shit. When I say I loved it, I mean like people fucking hated that tier list, which is good because it farms interactions, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's that. That's the tier list. We have about 2 hours left of the stream. That is pretty much perfect because I think what we are going to do is we're gonna play some Pokemon, right? I heard you guys like Pokemon. That's crazy. No way. People like Pokemon? Crazy. Let me just let live boot up. There we go. Shitty fucking platform. Okay. Show us how to stall? Hey, I am not the right person for that. Listen, just because I'm a control believer does not mean I know how to play that deck. Do not get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, no. Don't believe him? Wow, that's crazy. Honestly, if I was a master at stalling, I'd be playing control. I ain't gonna lie, but that's simply not the case. Alright, is live loading correctly? Slander for Zard and B. Dude, Twitter fucking hates my Zard takes. But like, if you look at the numbers, you can't deny that Zard is kind of bad right now. Yeah, there's no denying it. Alright, let me switch over to PTCG Live. I'm just going through all like the ladder change menu things. Yay, free stuff. I don't care. Cool, I like credits. Are we going into Pikachu tier now? We're being sent to Pikachu tier? Yay! I love being D-ranked. So bad as no XPG. Most people are in Nim. I still can't pronounce that. Yeah, there is no shame in struggling to play control. All right, so here's the Fusion Mew list we played at late night, and now I'm gonna start like playing my own build, right? The main reason I played the finish list to late night is because I kind of wanted to like try out the ideas I disagreed with and find out why I disagreed with them. And what I found out is that some of the ideas I still disagree with, like Ice Cube. I am Ice Cube's #1 hater. I am Ice Cube's #1 op, right? There is no one on this planet who hates Ice Cube more than I do. That's a lie. But yeah. I tried out the ideas by the finish list. And I'm probably gonna like ask what's it called? Shawnee about I got the wrong fin there for a second. But Shawnee about the specific 60 once we're done streaming here, because I value his opinion, because he's pretty good at the game. So yeah, let me plug this in. The one trekking shoe is something I was not a believer in this card, but I think I'm a trekking shoe believer. Well, I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. Let me see here. Boss rocks. Let me fix some artworks for a second here. Actually, I wanted to play the Iono. I played the Roxanne at League yesterday and it kind of felt bad, so I think we're gonna play the Iono instead. Yeah. I'll play the Iono for a bit. I'm kind of flip-flopping between the Iono and the Roxanne in that slot. What'd you take on 2 Meloetta? Why? What reason are we playing 2 Meloetta for? I mean, I think it's bad, but I want to know why we're playing 2 Meloetta, and like for what justifiable reason do you have to play 2 Meloetta right now? Is I guess like my big question there, right? I don't really see what 2 Meloetta achieves that you can't achieve with either Deoxys or Ice Cube. Yeah, put the heavy ball in here. What am I missing? Oh, Box of Disaster. Right, Box of Disaster. Definitely a card that should be in this deck. Cool. Okay, so that's the list. Just to chain the attack, but understand why the list played one. Yeah. Oh, so the thing is that, yeah, Emma, shut the fuck up about 3 Meloetta. The thing about the Meloetta is that it's a good turn 1 attacker. However, if the Meloetta dies and you put energies on it, you can never use the second Meloetta because you don't have the fusion energies to make use of it, right? So if basically if Meloetta dies, you're never getting to use Melody's Echo again anyway, even if you have 2 Meloetta, right? So the second Meloetta just serves no purpose. You could, if you go put your fusion energies on stuff that isn't the Meloetta, your opponent knocks it Meloetta, then you can Meloetta again, sure, but that's so niche that it's not justifiable over stuff like the Deoxys or the Ice Cube, right? I'm a bit of an Ice Cube hater, but that's not so much because I think Ice Cube is bad. I just think it's because Deoxys is crazy slept on. Let me fix some artworks real quick. I want to play the artworks I typically play at regionals. Fusion Mew, currently, for those wondering, is my top pick for Utrecht. That could still change. I still have a weekend of League Cups. If I bomb both cups with this deck, I'm probably going to swap. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think double Lost City is also a lot better than I thought at first. At first, I wasn't even gonna play Lost City at all. But now I think Lost City is actually super good. Feather Ball. Do I have a hollow Feather Ball? I think I do. Let's play that. Trekking Shoes, Escape Rope. Let me get green Escape Rope. I'm gonna get the right Ultra Balls. That should be this one. I'll need to get rid of these first. Alright, Judge. I guess these are the judges I'm playing because my full art judges are Travis Beckwith has them, so they're gone. Unfortunately, I'll get them back when I go to fucking Indianapolis or some shit. So, alright, we'll see. Yeah, here's the list we're gonna play. So let's just jump into some games, have some fun with it. I haven't had touched Mew since Milan 2022. Okay, yeah, well in 22 you played double Meloetta, but that was a very different format. Right now it's just much better to play either the Ice Cube or the Deoxys. It's more justifiable that way. Did my shit freeze? Oh my god, did my computer just throw a fucking fit? The fuck? Oh, can people still hear me? Okay, because my live is acting up. My Streamlabs was acting up, but the Streamlabs looks fine now. I can get a report from chat if you guys can like actually see and hear me, or I could just open the stream on my phone. My live just crashed, pretty much, right? I think it's crashing as we speak. The hell? Hold on, let me check. The fuck? Oh. Yeah, sure, close program. Let me check on my phone if like anything is working. Seems to be. Yeah, seems to be work. No, that's the wrong thing I'm looking. Okay, well, so I think live just crashed and also lagged Streamlabs to like hell and back, so that's fun. Let's try that again. Fucking hell. Okay. Everything should be working now. I'm not sure, but I think so. Yeah, everything seems to be working. Let's see if opening live is gonna fuck up my PC again. I'm hoping that's not the case, because that would be really bad. Okay, well, we lost Elo for a game that didn't happen. That's fun. Alright, let's actually jump into games here for a second. Well, if we can load into a game, I guess that's the second issue. Let me check here. Should I make sure like everything I have running in the background is still working? Although I think it is. At least it seems to be. I'm not queuing into a game though. I tried to cancel the game. Okay, can I queue again? Are you serious? Are you fucking serious with me? Does live just not work? Live crashed again. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no way. There's no way. Alright, I guess I'll try again. Right, I need to check if chat was even working. Because I actually can't tell if it is. I don't know if the mods are still here, but like if anyone could like try to type in chat and like actually make sure it's working. Because I think, okay, there we go. PGCG dead, cool. All right, so thank you, Emma. Just to make sure everything's actually working here. Okay, I also lost more Elo rank. Sure, right? Why not? Why not? Now I need to win an extra game to get a fucking Pikachu. Can I queue into a game? Thank God. Okay. Well, I actually get into a game this time. Seems to be the case. Okay. For a second there, I thought I was gonna have to cancel the stream, and that would have sucked. That would have been really, really annoying. Let's not get our hopes up. It's fucking live. You never know. You never know with this piece of crap. Oh my God. All right. What's we got here? We're gonna go first, it seems. This is okay. It's not optimal, but okay. Well, I guess. Okay. Realistically, I'm probably not the only one having this issue right now, and other people's games are crashing, and I'm just gonna get free wins from it. But I'm not here for free wins. I'm here to get gameplay. I'm here to play the game to stream it for other people. So can I like get a game, like an actual game? please. You want to be the very best? Hell yeah, I do. Like no one ever was. Not only the very best Pokemon player, but also the #1 PCCG live hater. That's the title I'm going for. There's a lot of people who hate this game, but one day, if I work hard enough, I might just be able to claim the title of #1 PCCG live hater. It'll be a difficult journey, for sure, but I will climb to the summit and all that. Okay, I chose second just kind of because I was curious and kind of like in the mood. This seems fine. We have the Elisa. That's Miraidon. Okay, that's a bottom tier deck. Played a couple games this morning and it kept crashing, so I gave up. Yeah. I managed to I had to restart the game, what, 3 times? Was it 3 times? 2 or 3 times. 2k dust. Nice. Yeah, I'm not in need of dust. Like, if you look at my account, I have, not very much dust, but that's because I have, oh, I dropped cards. It's because I have a massive stack of codes on my table that I've just been, building up and collecting because I haven't needed dust for so long. Let me, I mean, oh, I can actually play the game. That's sick. That's not a good top deck. That's a terrible top deck, but, this is all codes, right? And then I also have a bunch of other codes that are just in different stacks, but this is the primary code stack, and none of these are scanned, right? So whenever I run out of Stardust, Star Glitter, I don't know, dust. It's whatever it's called, right? Yeah, whenever I run out, I'm just gonna go through my stack of codes and yeah, have a bunch of credit. So I'm not too concerned about having to exploit a glitch. Okay, our opponent is bricking, so we are going to donk him. Or them, or whatever. Okay, so we play City. We play Vacuum City, Away City. We play Feather. We have Maluella. We're gonna go... Well, I did just realize we do need to hit heads on this cram to even Genesect. So maybe I shouldn't have played the vacuum immediately. Fuck. Okay, well, I guess we're doing this way. Yeah, shouldn't have played the vacuum right off the bat there. It kind of took me a little too long to realize the fact that I had 0 outs to Genesect in my hand. Although granted, I wouldn't even have gone for the Genesect though. If I got the Elisa, I literally just I still needed an energy. That's right. I still need the fusion from my hand. Duh. Okay, yeah. So I still go Genesect all weather, Genesect, and obviously play the tablet. But now we don't have it. We simply don't play the tablet. So let's see what our opponent has here. Hopefully it's an Iono. Love an Iono here. This is how my new games look like? Yeah, for real. Yeah, what is a Genesect? Am I right, chat? What the hell is Genesect? Who the hell is Genesect? Why the hell is Genesect? We ask deep questions. Deep, metaphorical, eye-opening questions on this stream. Trust. Definitely not just a random fucking, not technically a child, rambling. I should stop talking. How about that? That sounds like a great idea. Anyway, we are getting knocked out and in top deck mode. Can we draw out, please? Okay. Yep, that sounds about right. Yep. So that game never happened. Let's pretend that game never existed. Yeah, don't worry about it. You didn't see anything, right? Right, Chad? Listen, if there was no Genesect, then did the game really happen? No, it didn't. That it didn't happen. Mm. Trying to multitask here, like updating my Muse 60 IRL because I have a cup tomorrow, while also streaming and playing the game. So I'm actually like triple tasking, which is probably like a really bad idea, but it's not gonna stop me. See what? Exactly. See, exactly. There was nothing to see. Oh, I'm playing mismatching 4 steel stones. Only have one non-hollow 4 steel stone, which is a shame. I'm just gonna borrow a hollow 4 steel stone from my roommate so I can play matching 4 steel stones. His matching art is cringe. Okay, what the fuck is a Genesect? Did I forget to put them in the deck? Did I forget to put Genesect in the deck? Oh, we're going first. Oh my god, we're getting donked. It's Jober. What is a Genesect? Oh god. Okay, could they brick the path, please? Can I be allowed to play the game next turn? That'd be awesome if I could do that. If I could simply play Pokemon. That would be insane. Let's see if they'll let me. I mean, ultimately, okay, they have a research. Fuck. Okay. Chat, I'm not liking my odds here. I don't think I like this. Okay, it's gonna be the Moltres grab and attach to the bench or attach. Why are they attaching? What? Okay, I guess it's a low ladder. Fuck it. That's the other thing, right? Like I don't want to play in low ladder. I actually want to test, believe it or not. And low ladder just is not letting me test. But also like I shouldn't be in low ladder unless it was for the fucking shitty ass rank decay that sent me down a fucking Pikachu tier, and then immediately lost me 2 games that I didn't play and 1 game that I basically didn't play to actually put me with the shitters. So now I have to deal with this shit, which is shit. They benched a Squawk despite Path being play. Thank God I need the top deck. Ooh, this is interesting. So we could go Mew VMAX is kind of a trap here, but I think basically our line here is just Judge Path, knockout active, and then win. I like that strategy, actually. Especially the last part where we win the game. Okay, if... Actually, I like this a lot, yeah. Cross Fusion Strike, gonna have to be Technoblast. And then next turn, when they don't play the game, we're gonna play the game, and it's gonna be epic, right? That is not the top deck I was looking for, but okay. Sure thing. Gonna be an Iono being played. That is completely fine with me. That is actually a pretty good hand. I'm not gonna lie. Earth Vessel. They also like promoted the wrong Roaring Moon, right? They promoted the wrong Roaring Moon, but they hit it anyway. So we're fucked. Yeah, I desperately needed him to not play the game that turn. But it's fine. We have Elisa, and we have Elisa. We have Double Mew. We have pretty good hand to make this work. Also, they did us the favor of bumping the stadium. So let's start here. I think it's gonna have to be Double Mew bench here. Yeah. Here. I don't want to draw into my energies. I need to have... Fuck. Okay. This is still technically fine. Although if I had price checked... Was I even able to price check? No, that was my first deck search. Okay. So this is going to be a very easy discard here. I don't think I can afford to Deoxys, unfortunately, so it's just going to have to be this. Into playing the Pal Pad, into probably just Boss. Yeah. Shoe magic? We need tablet. If I don't hit it this turn, I lose the game, surely, right? So we're drawing 2. I'm gonna need some like chromatics. That's not. Now I have thin, but like I don't have the thin, so I need retreat and I need energy and I need even more tablets. So we're just not doing anything here. Great. I mean, vacuum's a good draw, but like not until next turn. So I think the line here is pass, because Force Steel Stone isn't doing enough to win us the game, like to take the knockout. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to go, I don't know, hope they don't power up another Pokemon, I guess, which is like so unrealistic, but frankly all we can do at this point. So let's see what they do here. It's gonna be a Dark Patch. Okay, kind of relying on my opponent to like kind of toss. First of all, no reason. Well, I guess there is a reason to Dark Patch there actually. I don't know. Gonna be a Boss's Order. Okay, up the Mew. Sure, feel free. I don't think that really changes much. Actually, if anything, that's like better for me because I just get another Genesect. Carlos is going to go 1 Fry's card, and they can obviously one-shot everything in my deck by virtue of being Roaring Moon. Maybe we should have gotten the Iono back. Yeah, we should have definitely gotten the Iono back. We only have 1 judge, and judging here is just kind of bad. We literally just have to hope they don't have energy. That's all we can do. We'll do that. Grab a Genesect, I guess. I'm gonna go vacuum this. I'll go Fusion Strike System. Might as well. Do this. I need to put Path down, I think. That's pretty good. Okay. City is actually fine because I have the stadium up for next turn then, but I mean, I don't think this will matter. All I need to win the game is an energy card. I'm just gonna burn the Elisa now. Why not? And yeah, it's gonna be a Cross Fusion Strike, Technoblasts. We have the rope and the boss next turn, but frankly, I don't really see how we win this game. Like, besides the fact that they need to whiff energy. If they whiff energy, we win this game because then we go knockout. We go boss the moon with the energies, and then we win, right? Because they can't power up anything else, or at least we'd hope so. But it's so easy. Pokestop, literally show me an energy. There's Direflame Wings. If they have an energy switch that works, there's the energy switch. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And now it decides that sound effects exist because I guess that's what live does. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that was also not really like an actual game, I guess. Fun. Now, can we see Genesect on turn 1, please? That shouldn't be too high of an ask. Let me go here real quick. I'm gonna refresh that, I guess. Take 3 prize cards. All right, bet. Sure thing. Okay. Let's see what we got. We actually get a game here. Let's choose first, I guess. I typically like blind second with Fusion Mew, but I think I'm fine going first. We really don't care that much. I kind of just feel like as Fusion Mew I can pick up random because whether you go first or second doesn't really matter too much to Fusion Mew. You're fine doing either. You just kind of want to do whatever's worst for your opponent, right? Like you're going second against Zard, for example. just because you don't want them to go second. You don't want them to have that option. Okay, Greninja here, there could be a lot of things. So really, I'm not really going to think too heavily about it here. I think we're just going to go grab this Mew. Price the Oxys, it seems. Okay, interesting. Gonna be Fusion Energy, gonna be Box of Disaster, gonna be Velocity come down. We're just gonna thin the hand, get the Genesect, draw our 3 cards, try to set up a board here. Nothing like here is being like used that we can't like potentially reuse later. So I think we're fine. We're gonna bench this and pass the turn, it seems. Not the greatest, but we have Energy Boss, draw 4 next turn, chain some Genesect, and take it from there. So could be worse, could certainly be better, but could definitely be worse. Case in point, last game. Last game was worse. So yeah. Let's see what we got here. Gonna be a Battle VIP pass, so this could be a lot of things. Gardevoir, be a Lost Box variant, could be Chien-Pao. How much in danger a Meloetta is frankly unknown at this point. If it's Lost Box, it's in danger. If it's Gardevoir or Chien-Pao, it's not, right? It's going to be Roaring Moon, frankly, for all we know. It's going to be Gholdengo. Gholdengo is a deck that exists and just tombed us for having our energy on the Mew. Fuck. So getting punished right off the bat by not knowing what our opponent's playing. Like, obviously, if we see Gholdengo, we can say, hey, they play Tomb. We should probably attach a Genesect, but that is unfortunate. Let's hope that we can top deck out, because if we don't, we are fucked. I mean, Avery on the turn 1? Sure, I guess that works. I guess that works. Okay. I mean, attach and pass over to us. Yeah, ain't nothing going on here. Although we can go attach here, pass, and we find a way to retreat Meloetta, we are able to kill the Spiritomb. I think would be the line. So let's see. We're gonna start with the concealed cards. Okay. If they just go to knock us out with a Gholdengo here, I think we're kind of chilling as long as they're only going to be active. But it's just, I mean, they work, yeah, so, I mean, we're not really in danger here, honestly. Okay. Yep, just gonna knock out the Meloetta. That's fine. I'd really like to attack with the one with the box, but let's top deck something good here. That's probably not gonna happen. Right, well, there was a switch. I guess that works. I think it's always just target Spiritomb here. Kind of has to be. We have switch for next turn, assuming we survive, but frankly, I don't like our odds too much. However, with any luck, the Spiritomb going out of the way is going to mean that we can next turn, assuming they do knock out this Mew, next turn we can go kill Gholdengo, Iono Path, right? Would be ideal. Obviously, we need to hit a lot, but you know, we're kind of in a position where, yeah, we need to hit a lot or we're lost, or we're fucked, right? So, kind of work what we have here. There's the Rod, not too surprising. And there's the Nest Ball. Yeah. Gonna be the Spiritomb back into play. Then we are kind of fucked. Well, we could, like, cram into Elisa, but like Elisa also loses a lot of value because we lost her Meloetta, so it's kind of scuffed. This is the type of thing where like at regionals, it's like, okay, cool, pack it up, go to game 2. I know what I'm playing against now, right? I can kind of set my board accordingly. But getting caught off guard by a Spiritomb just like kind of just fucking happens sometimes when you don't know what your opponent's what you're playing against. So, damn, unfortunate. I guess like you could kind of make an argument that like attaching to Genesect there was correct, but I think it's kind of greedy to attach to Genesect like with the only thing you know being Greninja inactive, right? Like if you think of all the decks that play Greninja, Lost Box, Guardy, Tina, Chien-Pao, Gholdengo, right? I mean, Gholdengo is like the only one that plays Spiritomb. So, odds of it, you know, being relevant are quite small. But it was relevant and happened, and we learned, I guess. Now, are you going to knock out my active? Because it seems like that is what's going to happen. There's a superior. Spiritomb is going to be a lot less utilized at USC. Oh, 100%. Yeah, it will be. Like, there's still reason to play it. Rotom and Galarian Moltres. No, wait, Galarian, that rotates. Yeah, Moltres rotates. Okay, so Rotom is like, so is Mew. Real. But, yeah, I don't think Spiritomb is going to see play. However, if like it might be like a control counter, if control still plays Rotom, right? It might end up like as a control counter, but for EUAC in particular, I don't think it's gonna see play. Yeah, I don't know why it would. Like it's worth keeping in mind, like if Rotom decks get good again, right? Which Rotom gets a lot worse with the loss of Battle VIP Pass, to be fair. But if Rotom ever sees play again, like you need to beat a Rotom deck, you could always like. Go play Spiritomb. Fish too. That's a good point. Yeah, Fish is still in standard, so that's worth keeping in mind. All right, are they finally going to blow up our Mew? Thank you. Okay. All right. So how many resources are they down? That's the first thing we want to track here. 2 superior, 3 earthen vessel. All right. We're gonna need to use the power of friendship to win this game. That is a pretty good power of friendship top deck. That is not. Mr. Draco Fish. Draco Fish is Mr. Fish, then who is Mrs. Fish? Okay, Ufa, you do you. You do you, man. All right, what the fuck are we doing here? I think we're going Roxanne and hope we hit the nuts. Except we don't play Roxanne. We play I don't know, but that does the exact same thing. Except we're drawing 1 less card in this case. Yeah, please show me the perfect cards. You failed. I have been let down. That's crazy. I mean, I guess they could whiff, but like we don't have path. We don't have path. Actually, no, that was a blunder. We should grab the Oxus. We should grab the Oxus. We stall another turn. I'm just gonna scoop this. I really can't be bothered to see this through. I just want to have like an actual game. This list shouldn't be more consistent, or less consistent, sorry, than like other 60s for Fusion Mew, but it's been feeling that way, and it's kind of scuffed. Can't go below Pikachu, can we? Yeah, that's rough. Ugh. Can't be bothered to climb out of Pikachu. Gee, you was missed. Real. Yeah, I mean, in post-rotation, there's no reason to play Spiritomb, right? Spiritomb was printed to counter Mew, right? That was the only reason that card is printed. And now that Mew is gone, there's very little reason to play Spiritomb, right? That's just kind of how it is. Like if Rotom becomes popular, then sure, but in the like immediate future, it's just not worth it. Alright, let's see what we got here. A bit awkward, but this is doable. This is a doable hand. We're gonna have to force Sealstone and Mew, but it's not the end of the world. gonna be against Moon here, or at least some variant of Moon. I don't hate the Yox's bench. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, double one prizer here is really nice, actually. Okay, so let's go Battle VIP Pass. And double Genesect. Gotta make sure I have what I need to have in here. Seems pretty okay, cool. Then I think we're gonna go putting us last battle partner, that's fair. DT to either one of these two, I like both a lot. It's probably going to be the Mew. I'm gonna go Choice Belt here, and then we're gonna draw 3. At UAC? Nice, yeah. Fuck, I probably priced something. No, we priced a Mew, but I don't really want to get the Mew out, actually, so I'm fine just cramming that away. Yeah, that's fine. We hold the Cram, we hold the Path, we just draw an extra 2 here. We can find a Path Bump, I think that'd be really sick. That's not really what I had in mind. I can cram that away, I guess. That's perfect. So, we could do one of two things. We could grab... No, you know what? No. I'm gonna grab a Genesect. And I'm simply just going to hit a Vacuum to put into my hand. That is what I will do. I think this is just a better long-term plan than not hit what I'm trying to hit. Okay. Okay. Attach the Seal Stone, I guess. The question is, do we still play the Path? I think... No, I don't think we do. And the reason I don't think we do... Well, what are we doing next turn if we don't play the Path? We're just playing down our hand and going... Yeah, it would be like Path to block Squawk, Ninja, Moltres. But the problem is that they don't bump Path, we have no way to bump Path ourselves next turn. Which makes the Path here incredibly greedy. But I actually think I'm going to play the Path. And the reason I'm going to play the Path here is because I think they're going to have the Stadium Bump, and I'm going to force the Stadium Bump out of them to counter the Path. There we go. Perfect. That's fine. Because now, and here's the real case here. I should have... Did I not VIP? I'll just grab the Genesect. Yeah, I could have thinned the VIP out of my deck. That's a missequence there. Yeah, no, so basically, by playing down the Path here, right, and kind of calling that they're going to have the Stadium Bump, I thin the Path out of my hand for next turn, and I don't want the Path in my hand next turn, right? And I have no way to thin it, so I get to thin an extra card, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, Emma's completely right there. I should have just, I should have played when I crammed for Genesect, I should have crammed for VIP to VIP for Genesect, because that's just better thinning. But it's whatever. It shouldn't matter too much. Although missequencing is still missequencing. There's no denying that. Alright, let's see what they go for. Gonna be another VIP. Did they play the Squawk or the Research? I believe they played the Research, right? Hold up, I can check the battle log now. Haha. Yeah, they played Professor Research. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, they haven't squawked yet. As long as they're only hitting one prizer, I'm completely fine, right? I would rather they hit Deoxys than Meloetta, but still, as long as it's only a one prizer, we're chilling. The board is looking really good. They're probably going to try to hit me with the Morpeko here, right? So boss is going to be very valuable for us. Hence why going first is actually probably better in this matchup. Which is weird considering that both decks can attack on turn 1. So yeah. Alright, there's some more Pekko. Thoughts on Moon Darkrai? I think Moon Darkrai is fine. I just don't think Darkrai does enough to warrant the space in the deck. I tested a lot of Moon Darkrai in the early parts of this format, so I can attest to the fact that I think Darkrai is really good, but I don't think it's really worth it at the end of the day. That's kind of my conclusion. I think your deck is more consistent if you play it without the moon, and you have like 4 Steel Stone as well. Emma, if you have time to ask questions like that, you have time to clean the house. Alright, let's see how we handle this. So they kill us one more Pekko. We have DTE, so I think we're fine to go Fusion here. We can kill the moon. I think we burn double tablet to kill a moon here. I think that's the line. I really want box on a Mew, so I'm gonna hold here for now. Ew. This is not what I had in mind. I guess we could burn rope. Let's see if we hit off Cram first. Okay, we have Mew VMAX though. That's kind of nice. And we have that, so that's probably just always boss. Yeah. I should play the rope first, but whatever, too late. It's not... Actually, maybe this is fine. Hold up. We go... Burn rope. Get rid of 4 Steel Stone. Box the Mew. Draw 3. A bit awkward, but I certainly can make it work. Do I hit the stop? I think I hit the stop here. I think hitting the stop is optimal. Fuck. Always punished. We should still... We don't have Palpad. Fuck. I wasn't gonna Lisa anyway, but like, that's not great. Okay, I think we have a... Yeah, we don't want... We need to keep double tabs, so we're gonna go here. Grab this, just to keep the option available, and then go... Knockout active. So next turn we're trying to hit with Deoxys is the general idea. We're always assuming that our Mew gets knocked out. So having a path this turn is kind of rough. Also not having the Meloetta and like actually being able to attack with one prize is kind of rough. Maybe what we should have done, no, not maybe, definitely, now that I spend more than 2 seconds thinking about it. I should have gone attack with, no, because it doesn't have energies on Deoxys. Okay, so turn 1, okay, yeah, so here's what I should have done. Turn 1, I should have gone attached to Deoxys with DTE. Turn 2, I go attached to Fusion that's now on the Deoxys, right? I play the double tablets, that's putting me at 200, so I probably only play 1 tablet. And then I boss kill Squawk this turn, right? Don't put new VMAX into play. Opponent can either go, the opponent can either go, oh no, I can play double tablet. I have the choice belt. I kill Moltres, actually. Yeah, I killed Moltres. Yeah. So I killed Moltres with the 1 prizer, not put a Mew VMAX into play. Then they either go knockout active, go to 4 prize cards, or knockout bench, go to 3 prize cards. If they go to 4, I go Mew VMAX. If they don't, they go to 3, I just go hit with Deoxys again, right? And then I go Mew VMAX, right? And then regardless, I should win the prize trade. But now I can realistically lose this prize trade really easily. So yeah. Okay, cool. That's why we test, right? Because what my play here was missequenced and not properly managed, but I wouldn't know that unless I make the mistake, realize the mistake, you know, kind of talk through it and go, okay, cool, don't do that in tournament, right? Because much rather make these mistakes on live than do it, let's say, at a regionals, right? Or even a League Cup for that matter. Yeah, so we're growing, we're learning, we're getting good. We're getting good here. I have to like reteach myself how to play Mew because I haven't really played this deck since Gdansk. Which even like at Gdansk, I like picked up the deck like the Monday before the event and just got to grinding. So yeah. All right, cool. So we are really not happy about the fact that I got Pokestop. So we should never hit the Pokestop. We still have the Judge. We're definitely playing a Judge next turn, but yeah. So I say that, but are we actually? No, we are, because then we have the box. The box is a big deal here. Yeah, because now with one tablet, we kill the Roaring Moon. What's your best time on 7 pile shuffles? Like, as in fast? Like, how fast? I haven't timed it, but, I mean, I could find out pretty quickly for you. Yeah. I'm pretty fast at shuffling, though, although I typically riffle. That is not the... that is not what I had in mind. How many DTs do I have? I have 2 DTs. Alright, I guess... be gone. I hold the path, I go vacuum... this. Sure, why not? Not that it matters. Okay. There's Judge DTE path. Perfect. Doing anything else? I guess I'll do Gen for 1 while I'm at it. Sure. Deck check when you search? No! I'm playing live. I can throw however much I want. Okay. So they need Gust plus Energy to win the game. It's not unreasonable, but we've done all we can to disrupt them at this point. Although, as previously established, we should actually be ahead in the price trade right now. So some missequencing has gotten us behind when we shouldn't be. Some good old-fashioned misplaying, some throwing, some would even say. Let's see what they can get here. So there's the energy. There's a research. All right, looks like we're gaming. I have not seen a Pokemon catcher, so I would be very surprised if they played it. Escape Rope is also a card that exists. Okay, never mind. Well, we didn't have Meloetta, so there's nothing we could do about it. Unfortunate. Mass shuffling? We mean like this? Oh, actually, this deck is in order, right? No, I don't want to shuffle that. Hold up, pause. Like this. I would obviously we'll shuffle it on the table, right? But I don't mash. I typically riffle. Yeah. I mean, if I were to intentionally shuffle fast in an attempt to for it to be timed, I would probably yeah, I mean, I can't imagine it taking more than 10 seconds. Probably less. Probably a fair bit less. I mean, I don't shuffle I don't shuffle 7 times with my entire deck before after every deck search, right? Typically yeah, 4 or 5, and then typically I'll go I'll riffle 3 times, right? And then I'll do some cuts, right, like this. Then I'll riffle once more, right? And then I'll present the deck to my opponent to cut. That's typically my go-to. But I mean, as long as the deck is sufficiently randomized, I don't think it matters too much. Game 1 and start pile shuffling. If a Gardevoir player wins game 1, or just in general, if a Gardevoir player pile shuffles between games against me, my ass is calling a judge. No questions asked, right? Because that is blatant time stalling, because once again, people, pile shuffling is not shuffling. Okay, anyway, let me look at this list again. Because this list, it's just not been consistent. It's not been consistent, and that's weird because it should be. Because it's not that much different from what I have been playing. Because the consistency cards I've been cutting is Cram, which is not a consistency card, and I guess like 1/4 is Sealstone. But it's not like I've been struggling to find my 4 Sealstones, so it's weird. Yeah. Let's keep playing, see if it's just a fluke, but it's weird. Yeah, with a 30 card deck, it's a lot faster to shuffle for sure. All right. Don't we have a somewhat normal setup here? Pretty please. I can work with this. I have VIP. Yeah, this is fine. This is completely fine. Let me just take a look at this. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's a good top deck. That's a good card, and my opponent skips. Oh my god, it cannot be that hard to get an actual game on this actual game. Yeah, sure, that works. Yeah, 11 to 15 seconds is still fine, right? It's still fine. The rule is 15 seconds per action. That's not something you should abuse, because intentionally abusing that and intentionally using exactly 15 seconds per action is against the rules. However, 15 seconds is a good benchmark. So if you're shuffling and you're shuffling fast, right, and you percent the deck after 15 seconds, as long as it's not exactly 15 seconds every time, there's nothing wrong with that. It also depends on oh, I just broke a sleeve. It also depends on when in the game, right? Because there's a big difference between spending 11 to 15 seconds shuffling a 60 card deck and 11 to 15 seconds shuffling a 20 card deck, right? Your shuffle of the 20 card deck should be a lot faster than that, right? For sure. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna break that sleeve real quick. We're playing against Gholdengo. This time I know to put fusion energies on my Genesect. Placing the Lisa. Price to fusion, it seems. We have our Meloetta. Yeah. Okay, let's play the shoe. Don't need that. That's pretty good, actually. Interesting. I really want to hold path and... yeah, so I think we're going to go this. That's fine. Because what we do here is we go DTE. And then I don't think we want to path this... well, do we? No, I don't think we do. I think we pass here, right? And here's the thing. We're fully expecting the opponent to bench Spiritomb, but then the idea is that next turn, we have a very easy time launching an attack. We just need the melee max. And then also, we have the Iono, so we go play the Iono. And then we hopefully find out the fusion energy and attach fusion energy and kind of start to like put fusion energies down on our board, right? This is of course only if they even bench the Spiritomb, right? This could be some low ladder Gholdengo shit that isn't playing Spiritomb for some reason, and then we'll just farm. But yeah, obviously we always assume that the opponent is playing a good 60, and a good Gholdengo 60 will play Spiritomb, in my opinion. Not just for Mew, but also like because it helps so much against Roaring Moon, which is a matchup that can otherwise be kind of sketchy. Oh, that's a pass. Okay, I'm fine with that. 4 Sealstone, that's a pretty good grab. I don't think I have the balls to hit the Pokestop after last time, I ain't gonna lie. So it's gonna be an Iono here. Now this is like one of the cases where like I like the Iono over the press the Yoxus, right? Yeah, we get the Yoxus here. Yeah, this is like one of the cases where like I like the Iono over the Roxanne, right? Because like the Roxanne there would have just done nothing, whereas the Iono like we at least, you know, we get to play something. So, tablets isn't great. I guess I could bench another Mew. It's not terrible to bench another Mew. Sure, fuck it. Draw 2. All right, well. Fine, I'll have to Pokestop. Fuck it. Okay, fine. I'll use my Forest Seal Stone for a Movie Max. Do I want to thin cards out of my hand? I don't, as a matter of fact. I will be playing the Path to the Peak card this turn, and I will be attaching that, and I will be going... I can Psychic Leap here. Yeah, I can Psychic Leap for 50 and stay. Also slows down... Yeah, that too. Would you like to shuffle this card into your deck? No, thank you. Okay. Yeah, so let's see what they got here. Shouldn't be too hard for them to set up from here, but you never know. Gholdengo is not exactly known for its consistency, so we'll see. We'll see what goes on. Okay, that's a card I haven't seen in Gholdengo lists for a while. There's the Ultra Ball, probably for the Gholdengo. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. Was that Palkia? Was the Ultra Ball with their Palkia V? That's crazy. That's wild. There's the Worker. Okay. I don't know why we're not playing Worker first there. I feel like Worker first is just always better. Like sequencing wise. At least that's what I'm inclined to think. Okay. I'll be the superior injured triple. I'd be very surprised they hit the knockout this turn. Yeah, they're superior for 3. I don't think they got it like that. Not impossible, but it's not exactly likely. I'm pretty sure we don't need Palkia V-Star for this matchup. Yeah, well, you don't need it, but like just having an attacker that doesn't require a lot of resources that could just kill a Genesect is a big deal, right? You don't need the card, but I don't think I think it's too valuable to just toss, right? So okay, if we kill this Gholdengo, I think we just win. So what are we looking at? We're looking at 3 modifiers. That's not irrelevant. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start with this actually. Tablets, switch cart, draw 5. Okay, well I want to end my turn with Path. I'll play the Elisa. This is where it gets interesting. I think it's going to be Deoxys Mew. I think at this point I can deduce they don't play Spiritomb, and if they do, I'm still in a position where it shouldn't matter too much. So we're going to go Vacuum. I'm going to get rid of a Forest Seal Stone here. And then we're going to go draw 3. It was very, very shit that we have only 2 here. Yeah, so it's going to have to be... Do we play the last tablet? Maybe going for it this turn isn't worth it when we have 2 Genesects, actually. But it's kind of fine to like a certain extent, because I think what we do here is we go Psychic Leap, and then we do 50, 80... Oh, it's free modifier. So we go 60, we go 110. Maybe I should... Actually, what I should have done is I shouldn't have put the damage... I shouldn't have put energy on the Deoxys here, I don't think. I'm gonna attack, yeah. I have to make a move. Oh, fuck, I forgot to Path. God damn it. Fuck you, timer. Okay, well, with this, we should knock out most things. No, that was a misplay. We should have Technoblasted. If we Technoblast, we can much easier kill with Deoxys. 1 modifier can still kill, but we shouldn't need to use the modifier, so... a lot of tossing going on right about now, but... Ideally, what we do is we go... Yeah, what we should have done is we should like not put energies on the Deoxys. We should have used the Deoxys like a sacrifice, so we could Psychic Leap into Deoxys this turn and force Gust. Then what we could have done is if they knock out the Deoxys, then we have 2 Muse, and we mentioned Meloetta, and we have the 2 fusion energies that we obviously don't put on Deoxys, and then from there we would be able to go for a very big Melodious Echo, which should be able to one-shot a Gholdengo, right? So I think that's like that's the line in this matchup, right? Flood your board with Fusion Strike energies and spam Melodious Echo. That is the end game you're kind of looking for with this deck, or in this matchup, I should say. And yeah, that should be fine. Like holding hands while bossing, gimme, leaping, putting it. Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't have hated that either, but I think we have to like play with the Elisa. Also, like the Elisa is like a good investment because even if we don't do like stuff this turn, by playing the Elisa, we get to like set up to do a lot of stuff next turn, right? So I think like the line here is that they're gonna go to 3 by knocking out active, then we go knock them out with the Deoxys. And then we go send up another Mew VMAX, but this time we have a Meloetta on the bench, we have a bunch of Fusion Strike energies in play, and then we kind of win from there. I think is like the line we're going for. Yeah, I'm inclined to believe that's our best line. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here. Definitely not putting that into play. I think we get back both of these, because we want to Elisa this turn. Yeah, actually, maybe we don't release this turn. We just go Judge Path, and then they have no Gholdengos. I kind of like that. What are the odds of them going? Slightly too high. I think I'll start with just drawing 2. Okay. I'll whiff that, and I'm gonna play the Mew VMAX down. It might be a tad greedy. I just don't think they have the knockout. I honestly don't think they got it like that. There's Judge Path. Okay, that works. That'll work. If I could just put a Fusion Energy into play, that'd be really nice. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So Fusion. Only prized the Fusion, but we can hit the Fusion though. Low key, what do we just hit him with Mew VMAX? Is that too? No, actually, no. That's too greedy. That's too greedy. We go Fusion here. We go Path, and we go Judge. Yeah, this seems fine. They don't have enough. Like, they don't have a board that should be able to compete with this, and that's perfect. We have, yeah, pretty much exactly what we want for next turn. So, definitely a couple of tosses here, but we should be able to rebound in this game pretty easily, I think. With any luck, they just won't have like cards. Is the ideal here, right? As long as they aren't able to play the game, which I don't think they can. At least they're not likely to. We should be fine. This is one of those situations where like this is where they want to have the Palkia, because the Palkia would at the bare minimum be like an attacker they can just throw up, have a lot of HP, and like smack the Deoxys, right? But by not having the Palkia available, they're making this harder. Yeah, there's a pass. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going, I don't know, Deoxys. Not Deoxys, Genitect, I guess. No need to do anything else. Just gonna be a Photon Boost. Yeah, just gonna be the Photon Boost. And we go to 2. There's a boss. Let's see if they got anything now. Okay, there's the Path Bump. There's gonna be this, the Pokestop. Okay. Gonna be the superior. If they have boss, that'd be crazy. Yeah, that poke stuff got him a lot of good shit. Holy. Playing Minior as well, that's wild. Okay, let's see what they got. Okay, which will be another coin bonus. There's no way they have knockout Max plus boss. I refuse to believe it. Still, if they get rid of the Oxys, they're getting rid of a fusion energy, which means that I think I need double modifier to one-shot them. Yeah, double modifier to one-shot them. Because I'm not being limited by DTE. So I still have 2 modifiers left. So it's still, like, fine for us, but, you know. There's the boss. Okay. Okay, Genesect is their target. Wait, why? And also, why the one without the fusion energy? Hello? Oh, we're passing. Oh, okay, sure. Am I out of switch outs? 1, 2... No, I'm not. And also, I have another DTE. I guess it's time to thin the hand. I'm not psychic leaping anytime soon, so I'm fine to do that. I'm fine to do this. I'm fine to do this, and I'm getting rid of the Forest Sealstone. I'll go for it this turn, so I'll just play the tablet, and I'll Lisa. Draw 4. Realization just hit me that Rope was my only switch out left, and obviously need to have boss available. So, Herdider, do I have DTE? I do. And I have a 5-card deck? Yeah, I don't think that matters. Okay, so, gonna be these 2. Draw 4. We might get punished here. We don't get punished here. Cool. Yeah, okay, we could have gotten very, very punished there for playing that Elisa. That Elisa was definitely a trap. But, yeah, we're still fine. So, Melodious Echo for all the damages. GG's. Yeah, plenty of misplays, but, I mean, sometimes you just get bailed out by Judge Path, right? Sometimes that's just how shit goes. Shit on the sleeve here. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna continue up the Mew gameplay, honestly, because that's what I want to play the most right now. Well, I'm gonna, like, grab this, I guess. Gonna grab all the free shit. Not that I really need any of it, I'll be honest. I mean, I like getting more full art supporters because they're cool, but I'm not gonna play with them, probably. Alright, let's see what we queue into this time. I would like to play against like Guardy or Tina, but something tells me I'm not going to see that on low ladder. Alright, there's Greninja tier, so maybe we might see something. Like a white spot on my Mew Max here. Oh, okay, that's a Buffalo, never mind. Yeah, I'm trying to multitask here, and that's probably not like very responsible or smart of me, but you know what, I'm kind of just vibing out. Not being too serious about it. Having a good time. Playing some UV Max. That's bugged, you shouldn't be able to play Lisa's there. Yeah, so that's the weird thing. I actually had that ruling at Elite Cup last week, right? I had all of my fusion energies were between, I believe, my board and my discard pile, right? And I was like, I don't think I'm allowed to Elisa's, but I'm going to ask the judge for the interaction, right? And the whole point was just I want to thin a card from my hand, so it wasn't a big deal, but I asked, and he goes, I actually don't know, but there's nothing on the card that indicates that you shouldn't be allowed to, and also he mentioned that he'd had the interaction happen on live just the day before, where it let him do it, right? And so he just ruled it as you're allowed to play it. I'm not entirely sure you should be allowed to because I've heard both. So it's a bit weird, but yeah. I don't know. I don't think I should be able to release this there, but I'm frankly not certain enough. Okay, Genesec's a huge hit off the heavy. Double move VMAX is not ideal, to say the least, but we're still fine with this. So, here, boss is a crucial card in this matchup, so we're gonna have to hold those. Cram. Okay, I'll cram the vacuum. Fuck it. So the question here is like whether or not I want to like, I don't know, boss Bidoof probably. I think I hold the boss. Official ruling is you can't play it if all 4 are in play. That happened on stream in a major last year and I can't remember which one. That's fair, yeah. That's also how I remember it. Yeah. That's not what I really want to see there. I have to boss. Yeah, I have to boss stall. I should have boss stalled earlier, but I was going for it now, I guess. Yeah, no, that's how I remember the ruling. Yeah, well, it's live. Like, I would never trust live with a correct ruling. Like, are you kidding me? This platform sucks. Yeah, it's weird. Okay. Sucks as being too nice. True. Yeah, that's probably. I mean, listen. I have not been quiet about my opinions. Let's put it that way. Opinions on PTCG Live, right? I also have opinions on the fact that my Mew is dying, and I don't like that. And also, I don't have energies, which means I'm kind of fucked. I'm assuming they have candy then, yeah. The draws have not been it today, chat. I don't know what the hell is going on, but we are just not drawing that well. Have you played my MTG Marina? I can't remember it. I have not. I've only, like, barely dabbled in Magic. Like, with, like, starter decks and shit. I think the game is fun, but I'm definitely sticking to Pokemon. For sure. Yeah, we are getting railed. I mean, I guess, like, if the Deoxys lives here, or not the Deoxys lives here, but, sorry, if, our Mew that we're hopefully about to bench soon lives here, then I think we're fine. I'm gonna have to play the boss to thin the hand, though. I have a different type of thing I want to do, but this is more important. So we're gonna go here. That should have been barreled because the Bexcalibur can attack. No, if the Bexcalibur attacks, they're not protecting it, so it's weird. Magic Arena, MTG, yeah. That makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, live is just objectively a shit client. There's no denying that. Okay, I have to play this. You can't actually sit here and argue that live is a good client. Like, sure, we could say, like, we should be happy that we have a client in the first place, but, like, I feel like that's ignoring the very obvious problem that this client is shit. Right? Like, it's just not it. Magic's changed so much over the years. From Magic was first, yeah, that's fair. I wasn't alive in the '90s, so I can't really say. And I haven't played Magic enough to dabble in older formats. I can say though that I like a lot of older Pokemon formats. I think they're really cool. Not anything I'd play. Yeah, and not anything I think I'm like super invested in, but like a lot of older Pokemon formats are also really cool. I feel like MT Go is better for competitive, but yeah, no, that seems like a fair take. Not that I'd know, but from what I've heard, that seems pretty reasonable. Jump scare incoming? Oh shit. Oh shit, that's a jump scare. Who was here for ADP? Oh my god. ADP terrifies me to this day. Damn, our opponent's playing a lot of cardboard. And they have double backs now, so I just lost my win condition. Fuck. Well, no, not necessarily. I could go like, I guess like a Meloetta kill this turn. Start in the middle of the Obsidian Flames. Good. Smart, even. Yeah. Okay. Can my opponent stop playing cards? Their turn has gone on for like 5 minutes. Bro, calm down. Let me play the game. Yeah, Emma, but you're also like dumb. So alright, I'm gonna knock out that. How the fuck do I win this game? To go to 3. I need them to somehow not knock out a Mew VMAX next turn. I don't know how I'm supposed to make that happen. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like the odds here. They have a Yono? I guess. No, I know it doesn't do enough here. I'm gonna go attach this system for 1 and then Ultra Ball. Yeah, Ultra Ball to burn. Grab Genesect system for 4. I think we're looking for energy, boss, path. That's a pretty good start. This, I guess. Star Alchemy for path, because if they have path, if they have stadium, if they have abilities, I should say, on the Chien-Pao, then they just win. A shame it was a DTE though. I think we lose this game regardless, but fuck it, it's worth a shot. They could just whiff. Like everything. Yeah, we'll see. There's so many things to be game here, but yeah, that works. Yeah, I mean, I guess we get 1 Mew and then they cross switch our Mew on turn 2. Like, there's not a lot you can do about that. I ain't gonna lie. Not too much you can do there. I don't know why the deck has felt so inconsistent today. Like, I've had some consistency issues with the deck, but the thing is, it shouldn't be inconsistent, right? Because I've also had times with, like, basically this 59 where the deck has just been running. So it's just this really weird mixed bag, and I can't really tell, like, what the takeaway is, which is awkward. For sure. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We have to huge control. No. The draws are painful? Yeah, I agree. The draws have been fucking terrible. This isn't good either. If I whiff Heavy Ball and Cram, I don't have a Genesect out. I don't like this. Okay, can we get a good card here? That is like the opposite of what I just asked for. Hello? Okay, that's fine. Heavy ball. Fuck. Okay. Attach. Oh, this is awkward. I think I can get rid of everything here. Yeah. It's definitely an awkward hand. And tails. Of course it's tails. It's always tails. There's a reason we play 3 Chromatic. It's because that card isn't real. Okay. Can I have 2 VIP passes, please? You know what? That's fine. Honestly, I can't complain about that. I can't and I won't. I want a 1 prizer, but I want a Mew V even more. Fuck it. Okay, there we go. The deck is cooperating, chat. We're playing Pokemon. Hell yeah. We had to get rid of a lot of resources to get here, but you know what? The deck decided to function. Like Mew VMAX decided to let me play Pokemon. I'm very happy about that. I'm very okay with that. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, it's a lot of resources to be down on turn 1, but we'll make it work, right? We'll make it work. Alright. Miraidon Squawk, so they're gonna do their Miraidon thing. Not anything I can really stop them in doing. There's the Iron Hands. If they're able to Iron Hands kill the Ox, that'd be quite annoying, but it's a lot more resources to dedicate. So if they do end up doing it, then we have a much easier time punishing them. Or they could just whiff Generator. I believe they hit 1 energy, but if that energy is on a Miraidon, I don't care that much. Although granted, we don't have a, what's it called? We don't have another 1 prize in play, which means Rope is like kind of bad here. One thing they decided to do though is that they split their energies, which seems bad. That seems really bad. I need 1 energy off of that Generator. Yeah, like why did they not attach the Generator that's on the Miraidon? Why didn't they attach that to the Iron Hands? They're gonna hit it regardless, but you know, there's gonna be a peony build here, so it's a bit worse for us, but not anything we can't deal with. Yeah, should be fine here. There's the Mew EX, I should say, off of the Squawk. Okay. Gonna use the energy to retreat. Yeah, exactly. And they whiffed. They fucking whiffed. They got punished. Yeah. Yeah, massive blunder from my opponent. They did just put down a Spiritomb, fucking asshole. I think we'll be able to make it work, though. We have this after all. Definitely getting rid of that Charm. Bye-bye. Alright, let's see if we can, who's ready for boss plus Mew VMAX here, guys. Trust. I am simply the better player. Don't think I want to path. Yeah, I want to keep these energies. See, chat, this is what in the industry we call a skill issue. It is when you get outplayed so hard by pure skill and definitely not luck that you get to dominate your opponent as the objectively better player. Exactly. Yep, that is what happened here. For sure. Noted. No. Yeah, and we're not targeting the Spiritomb because it's a waste of the prize trade and we can play the game with Spiritomb in play. We're not really too scared of Spiritomb, especially when we have this fusion energy in hand. So, yeah, we're kind of gaming here. So, Iron Hand's going to be brought up. Probably a boss in hand, I'd imagine, if we're going for that. Okay, Collapsed and Rod are going to go down. I'm very okay with that. Well, I guess no, they promote the Iron Hands because their Miraidon can't attack. And there's a boss. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we're gonna draw 3. Alright, they're doing stuff. But getting bossed here is actually really good for us because now we don't need to switch for our Mew. So that's great. Yeah, that's great. We just need to hit a We just need to hit a power tablet here. We still have our V-Star as well, so that shouldn't be too big of an ask, I don't think. Perfect. Here, here, here. Draw 3. I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that, actually, because that's going to allow for Elisa, what's it called, Meloetta, to do a bunch of stuff. We're going to split up these energies here. Keep as many in play as possible. Gonna draw 1. I think I'm fine putting this in play always. And Fusion Strike System. Blocks a disaster. Sure, I guess I'll put this here. Actually, Genesect would probably have been better there, but whatever. Yeah, we're just gonna start Alchemy here. And I think it's just Meloetta in this case. Yeah, just because we have all these energies in play that there's no reason not to grab the Meloetta. Although I did just totally forget to play Path, although I don't think it'll matter too much here, I'll be honest. I'm very surprised if that mattered, considering the fact that a single energy is all we need to win the game next turn, and that energy is in our hand, so yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think we will be A-okay. If anything, not playing the Path is actually correct, just because, like, if they hand stripped us, we don't want to lose to our own Path. You know? So this should be fine. This should be completely fine. Alright. Energy to Miraidon. Doesn't matter if they don't have boss or hand strip. It really, okay, so like, to them, I think you have to go, like, for our opponent, I think you have to go for, like, a boss knockout here. I will literally just give you the other Mewtwo Max. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, not that changes too much. You can't knock out active, right? Because you don't have Raichu down. And if you don't have Raichu down, then I don't think you win. I think it's that simple. I don't think you win this game without Raichu. Okay, yep. We literally have game on board. We literally just retreat. Retreat, cross fusion strike, Melodious Echo. Sick invite. Bonk. And cool. Sick invite. Good job, guys. Alright, I think what we're gonna do is there's gonna be one more game, and then we're gonna wrap up today's stream. One more game, like an actual game. If we get donked or donk someone, that's not gonna count. But yeah, one more game, we'll wrap up today's stream. Just want to give myself a bit of leeway before I have like some stuff coming up at 5, which is why I typically end the stream. Hey, that's Pokeduels thing? Yeah, I don't care. That's my thing now. I've been saying sick invite for like way too long, and it's completely Pokeduels' fault, by the way. Yeah. But you know. Like that. Alright, I wanna go second. I wanna have like a real Fusion Mew gamer game. That's a word. This hand is slightly awkward, but not unplayable. Okay, Rotom active, Manphy bench, Doof bench. What are we playing against here? Okay. Okay. Is this just a deck I've forgotten existed, or what's going on here? Okay, this hand is interesting. Here. Force Seal. I should have held the choice belt. No, that wouldn't matter. Actually, maybe it would. I don't know. It doesn't matter anymore. Watch an arc file or something, for real. I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go attach to this. Yeah, because we still take a knockout with Psychic Leap, but we rope, right? Yeah. Yeah. Most people don't miss Mew. I never thought I was gonna play this deck again, but you know, it's like it's the last ride, right? Pokeball tier for real. I fucking hate. Hate doesn't even like describe it properly. I fucking despise the elo system in this game. It is so ludicrously bad. It's like it's insulting. It's insultingly bad. The elo system in this game. It's like they said like, oh yeah, sure, you guys want a rank ladder? We can make a rank ladder, and then they made the worst rank ladder known to man. Yeah, it's actually an insult. I ain't gonna lie. Just burn the switch and go. I don't know what I'm playing against. I just know that like I'm trying to find. I'm trying to when you deck brick. Yeah, I mean I'm not bricking though. Like I had to use my seal stone early, but like I'm not even bricking. That's the crazy part. I think I'm probably just gonna do this. This feels scuffed, but I think it's probably fine. It's probably fine. Okay, let's. I think we did play a tablet, so we're doing 100, 130. We had another tablet. We could make it work, but yeah, I think we're just gonna go burn. Do this, I think it's fine, and then just go. Yeah, Psychic Leap for an amount of damage. I don't think we're getting attacked, right? Like I don't think we're getting attacked here. Would you like to shuffle this into your deck? No, thank you. Cough, Serena. Yep. Which is the most tabletop.
Yeah, that's why that's how I prefer to test as well. But that's not really like entertaining to stream.
Like the only thing I use live for, I don't use this as like a way to test. I use it to stream and I use it to coach, right? And preferably when I coach, I really like to use stuff like Tabletop Simulator, or PTCG Sim, right? Or the Twin Leaf Beta, or Limitless Tabletop, right? I mean, literally anything but live, right? If my client or student, right, wants to use live, that's fine. We'll use live, but if I can avoid using live, I will. Yeah, the meta feels bad. I like this meta. I like this meta a lot. I think this meta is really, really good. If you're going through a cut, honestly, man, play whatever. Play what you have. Play whatever you want. They got a closed beta? No, it didn't. I thought there was a beta out of Twin Leaf. At least I've seen people test stuff on Twin Leaf. I was just naming names, right? What the fuck does that do? Who are you? Who is he? Let's go here. Well, at least shared is so good. It's POV limitless tabletop. Copy paste, you don't have to relearn some. That makes sense, yeah. I really don't feel like it's like too bad like learning a lot of these because they all like function mostly the same, so that's fine. Anyway, I'm just gonna Psychic Leap. Like, I don't have the path bump, but I kind of don't feel like I need the path bump, right? I'm kind of chilling, honestly. Yeah. Alright, there's gonna be an Arven, Lost Moon, and Arc Zard. Okay, definitely two more niche decks for sure. I definitely think Lost Moon is a lot better than Arceus Charizard, in my opinion. But that's just my take, okay. Oh, Arc Ray. Okay, Arc Ray is a real deck. Arc Ray is a real deck, yeah. That I think you're totally fine to play. Yeah, for sure. Okay, what does this attack do? That's the only thing I care about. Nothing I care about. It just does damage. Cool. Yeah, so I am about to introduce my opponent into the attack called Max Miracle. And that is a attack that is very good. Although I don't want to burn all these switch cards, but I also don't want to burn energy. Okay. Well, how about this? I'm gonna go here. Mew VMAX Init Bruv. I don't know why I associate Mew VMAX with British people. It's probably because like all my friends who play Mew VMAX, with like 2 exceptions, are all British. So yeah. Zard's boring, Lost in his meh, can't stand Helm, Miraidon whiffs for me. Yeah. Based Reggie enjoyer. Love me some Reggies. Yeah, I mean, like, Lost Zone stuff is all good. I think Zard is really, not Zard, Tina is really good. I think Zard's an absolute trap, and also boring. Yeah, anything with a Comfy is probably good right now. Arc Ray is good right now, just not as good as, like, I wanted it to be. And also, like, Arc Ray's matchups got a lot worse because Gholdengo and Chien-Pao are both really bad matchups for the deck, so it's weird. Yeah. Fins love Mew as well, true. Well, I feel like that's more recent though. I don't know. I don't really care that much. Alright, they passed. Sick invite. Can we? No, we can't. Okay, we can't do anything. We can leap here. Leap is sick here. Leap is super sick here. Actually is... I don't actually know if Leap is sick here. Maybe Leap isn't sick. No, because they're not threatening us. They don't one-shot Mew. Yeah, Leap isn't sick here. We just go Max Miracle again. Because they don't threaten us. They only do 120. Yeah. I just played Jose Marizana's Ultra Turbo Moon and so consistent. Nice, good job. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one with the Pokemon catchers, right? If I'm not mistaken. I mean, if you don't mind going to the casino with those Pokemon catchers, like I think that list is really good for sure. I'm a bit terrified of coin flips that matter, hence why I cut a cram from my Mew deck. But yeah, it's a thing. It's a whole thing. The deck's good though. I mean, the deck is undeniably good. TMD evolution. Okay, I'm not scared of that. There's a Mew. Is bro actually about to TMD though? No, they need an energy. I love the Gamba. The Gamba, the Gamble. They scooped. Okay, that's fair. Well, chat, I think that's gonna be it for today. I have shit I need to do here in a second. So yeah, next stream should be Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I forgot. I have stuff to do Monday. Yeah, next stream's gonna be Tuesday. Next week is going to be a bit light on the streams. It's only gonna be Tuesday and Wednesday, right? Only Tuesday and Wednesday. Because I'm kind of focused on like grinding some challenges and stuff, as well as preparing for Utrecht primarily, right? After Utrecht, we're going to be a lot more consistent with the streams. Going to be a lot of streams. Be a stream schedule uploaded here in a couple of days, so you can see the upcoming streams for next week. But I can already tell you now, Tuesday and Wednesday, usual time for those days. And then the week after that, it's going to be a lot more streams, a lot more active right here on Twitch. It's going to be a good time. We're going to set some post-rotation. Not next week, the week after that, right? Once I'm done with Utrecht, where it's all aboard the post-rotation train, and it's going to be a good time. So make sure to be there. There's a bunch of buttons down below. You can all click them. Interested in coaching, my VODs, sealed products, I mean, anything you associate with Pokemon, there's a link down below that has an association to me that you can click and help me out in one way or another, or just follow me. It's up to you. Frankly, I kind of don't care. But yeah, that will be it for today's stream. I say as we have a sudden influx in viewers. That's bad timing, but tough shit, guys. Yeah, so next week, Tuesday, usual time. I'll see you there. Bye.